Our hands, no more silence. We take a stand for the people who cry for the dream. We honor the land, the struggle, the fight. We shine a light in the darkest night because we believe in hard work and faith. To Sierra Leone way, to Sierra Leone way. We hold the line, come what may.
Them one set we more them, but we go shout. Now the poor man voice we they bring out.
Now we alright for know the truth. Now that make we go protect the truth.
Truth began, no they neglect anyone.
We are the voice, we are the flame. Truth will rise, they'll know our name. We are the truth and nothing else.
Truth they get, we know they play.
Now for Saloni, we declare the way. Tune in every day to
Truth me get radio.
3.9.
Truth me get radio.
3.9. You radio to media. You radio to media. You radio to media. You radio to media. Radio to media.
On FM 103.9.
Radio to media.
On FM 103.9.
There you go. To media.
Truth be your radio.
To media.
Truth be your radio.
Oh, man. Oh, radio to media.
This is Truth Radio, 103.9 FM. We empower the nation.
And this mission now for make one whole chapter then at the Salon Constitution where they guarantee freedom of expression and of the press.
It's not a new fact. Slash we don't submit this proposal at the time where the Justice Edmond Kawan Constitutional Review Committee be the work. But even though it not be appear at the final report, the arguments not be ever disappear. In fact, the arguments not can't they pass any other term.
The tripartite committee will be set up because of political tension then. They recognize say constitutional reform important for make we get believing among ourselves, accountability and collapse.
But we for make one thing clear. If constitutional reform now for make we tap problem them tomorrow, then for protect free expression for being one main part for that effort day. Because democracy not only the well where it camp an election. Democracy the well where citizens then they afraid for talk. Where then they intimidate journalists them. And where then they silent voice them. Where they talk true to power.
And this campaign, not for say journalists then they ask for special treatment. So freedom of expression na all man property. Bloggers, market woman them, students and academics, politicians and you self where they vote.
From the one where they write book and the one where they make music to civil society activists and comedian them. Now the thing where they give it the right for criticize policy them, for expose corruption and for put multiple governance business at the country where we not go afraid.
One old chapter na the constitution where they talk about this go make the pattern we not clear, we able to revise them. It go see the media as something way good for the public. It go protect editorial independence and guarantee access to information. For make am short, this go talk am clear one say free expression not to favor from any government. Now right where people can get.
Now the constitution no more able protect the citizens' rights. Now this make even though for reform policy they fine, it better for make the constitution cover them.
This is something where politicians for support. Because free expression they give strength to una legitimacy. This is something where citizens for support. Because it protect your voice. Now something where civil society for support. Because it give power for all government accountable. If we see yourself we now go back to the days of repression, the term that will be the afraid, and when them be the set remote them, then now the term this for take action.
A stand-alone chapter on freedom of expression and of the press is a right for everyone. Famulem, Mina Alhaji Manika Kamara, President of the Sierra Leone Association of Journalists. I call on all Sierra Leoneans for joining this campaign now.
This message comes to you from the Sierra Leone Association of Journalists / through the media project implemented by BBC Media Action with support from the European Union.
We show them thing we go make we kick boom, thing we go make we country go before. Mama yes so, thing we go make we grow, thing we go make.
Mina Yusufu Jallo, the Cow Footprints, and you they listen to Truth Radio on 103.9 FM live from Freetown. Not to the last.
Nyabone sewo matonya yepe gbogbo era o. Tonya yepe gbogbo era ngatu ayabo meta wa to mi na ni FM o. Tonya yepe gbogbo era ngatu ayabo meta wa to mi na ni FM. Tamianga tua tonya yepe gbogbo era o. Anya buda tonya yemi aloma. Tonya yele mi amome. Nyabone jagbe yale meja ti yale dwe mi do nyango ngoro tonya yepe gbogbo era o. Mi atanu isi bena. Na morabo mi driver. Anya buda je beguru rabe mi wabido tonya yepe gbogbo era. Amiaga tole papa go titalo ba papa nebe da penegbe nugo ma o aye gbogbo eta wa to mi na ni ayo nyabone se wo ma to yan ye pe gbogbo era o Tonya yepe gbogbo era ngatu ayabo meta wa to mi na ni FM o. Tonya ye pe gbogbo wo era menga tu ya gbo mesa wa to mi na ni efe. Ta menga tu tonya ye pe gbogbo era we. Anya buda tonya ye mi aloma. Tonya ye le mi amome. Nyabone jagbe yale meja tu ya yale dwe mi do nyango ngolo tonya ye pe gbogbo era we. Mi ata nu isi bena. Namorabo mi dweva. Nyabura je pe bubura be mi wa bido tonya ye pe gbogbo era. Amiaga tole papa go titalo ba papa nebe da penegbe nugo ma o aye gbogbo cha wa to mi na ni FM ne ma ya mi abede be de mo kini mo ya de kini mo ni da keza keza me e bi lo to me gbo ta mi aga pinga e
It's a beautiful country. It's beautiful people.
Beautiful country with beautiful people indeed. We're back again for the midweek edition of the Truth Morning Devotion on Truth FM 103.9 with the broadcast live from the studios na Ilkot na Freetown. We're on Facebook, YouTube and TikTok. We're on with partner radio stations them as well right across the country. Beautiful country, beautiful people. Good morning and welcome. It's raining up here. It's been raining yesterday up to this morning. I hope they stay safe wherever you are. Yeah, it's cold, it's wet. If you're driving out there, drive safely, be careful with the road. Yeah, Sierra Leone. Sierra Leone is a beautiful country. Yesterday between 2 p.m. to late in the evening, looks like, special country, some of the most busy, one of the most busy days, with us dealing with news, and I'm sure social media engagement and all, yeah, things can happen so fast, alone. Things can change inside one green day. Things can happen and change as well. But yeah, football lovers as well. I'm sure people who watch football, see how France were knocked out yesterday by Spain. Interesting, France have been the most people are favorite for win the World Cup, and surprising how Spain, defeat them. Not struggle. They not even struggle for beat them yesterday. It was so comfortable. Outplayed them and get 2 goals and win the game yesterday. But my team, I'm rooting for England. I wish them go win this World Cup. They got a very young team and They play against Argentina. I know Argentina and say that and get the goats. You know, but yeah, we get Bellingham. We get Harry Kane. And I'm sure England will do better. But football is very interesting, man. I wasn't expecting. I was truly not expecting Spain to outplay France. So I not been the thing say it will be. So I know it would have been a very tough match. But I've been expect France because they can't hold them play throughout this tournament, man. Anyway, wish them luck. But good morning and welcome. It is always a blessing for there. We want to thank God, you know, for the well body and the strength for able to come here every other weekly morning and do the people's work. We're grateful, we're thankful. You self need for be grateful, not to you sabi, not to you knowledge, not to you because you find a God in blessing make you able to wake this morning and able to come here and do what you do. And if you self don't go na your soul, a God in blessing make you able to go so you go soul this morning. So be grateful, be thankful to God. For sleep and wake is a blessing, and we're thankful, we're grateful. So now I make every other weekly morning, we start this program with prayer. We pray for ourselves, pray for the country, pray for our leaders them. Pray that God make we better people, He give we wisdom and understanding, for understand say, we all get a role for play for make this country a better place. No one person can do it collectively, we need to work together and make Salon a better place. Let us pray. Today we'll get a packed full program. We're going to open up the phone line as well. All the people can call and tell you what they think about the government's decision for discontinue the treason allegations against former President Kurma. So we can take the number now, 07821931193. We'll definitely get to open up the phone line. And you will be part of the program. Call and make your comments as I say and waiting you think. But let us pray. Let's start the morning with prayer. We'll pray for ourselves, we'll pray for the country. Pray that God will make we better people. Because until we be better people, we'll get empathy, we'll get compassion, we'll let Salon and try to make them a better place. Let us pray.
Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa ala ali Muhammad. كما صليت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد وبارك على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما باركت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم في العالمين إنك حميد مجيد اللهم بارك لنا فيما أعطيت اللهم بارك لنا فيما أعطيت وأعنا على ذكرك وشكرك وحسن عبادتك يا مقلب القلوب ثبت قلوبنا على دينك يا مقلب القلوب ثبت قلوبنا على دينك ربنا لا تؤاخذنا إن نسينا أو أخطأنا ربنا ولا تحمل علينا إسرا كما حملته على الذين من قبلنا ربنا ولا تحملنا ما لا طاقة لنا به واعف عنا واغفر لنا وارحمنا أنت مولانا فانصرنا على القوم الكافرين اللهم ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار اللهم لا سهلا إلا ما جعلته سهلا وأنت تجعل الحزن إذا شئت سهلا برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين سبحان الله وبحمده سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك ونشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت ونستغفرك ونتوب إليك اللهم أنت ربنا لا إله إلا أنت سبحانك إنا كنا من الظالمين لا إله إلا أنت سبحانك إنا كنا من الظالمين سبحان الله وبحمده سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك ونشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت ونستغفرك ونتوب إليك.
Father, in the name of Jesus, we thank you, we bless and exalt and magnify your name. We thank you for this land of Sierra Leone. We thank you for the peace. We thank you for everything, oh God. Father, into your hands we commit the land, we commit the presidents, we commit all the political parties. We ask that, Father, that you continue to bind them together. We pray for peace and unity in our land, oh God, in the name of Jesus. We ask that, Father, that you push away calamity and disaster far away from this land by the power of the Holy Ghost. Into your hands, Lord, we commit the land. We commit the sea, oh God. We pray that no calamity, no disaster
no disaster no go for this land in the name of Jesus. We ask that, oh God, that this year, that this nation will experience peace, prosperity in the mighty name of Jesus. We will experience oneness as a nation by the power of the Holy Ghost. We thank you, Abba Father. We bless and exalt your name, O God. Take all the glory, take all the honor. In Jesus' mighty name we pray. Amen.
For so long, Papa, do we done the pray, so today, the time don't come for make you answer. Retire for past being do. Papa, do ya sorry for it? Because we sense a nonsense if we not get you presence. And if we been get drunk, we for don't fit for we self. But we not able, now you capable for pulu ipandi skulala. The power you begin and the press. Do ya we need the pen for dog? We done the kite. Do ya just make the rain for dog? Can't help we love, so we go rise. Let we not suffer for the one them, where they dwell the country with their hand. We leaders them, please guide them, make them do good things from make we stand. For the land where we love, we sweet alone. Oh, we dey pray for Salone. Oh, Salone. We dey pray for Salone. Oh, Salone. When we want talk, then they watch me by the eye. Papa, do ya pull me panchebo? Now for put months now we case. Let's come on now we get. Do am for we picking them all.
Indeed, we pray for Salone. Let God sorry for we all. Good morning, Salone, and good morning, Anissa. You find yourself we listen to we on Truth FM on 103.9. This is not the Truth Morning Devotion, we come to you every day. And being at the co-host, Nafisa Online Garden. This morning, I want to talk about cleanliness as always. Thank you. Say cleanliness is next to godliness. Every other day, now we talk about cleaning the environment, we talk about basic civic duty, and also think the way for the do as citizens and for complement government efforts. Sometime last month, few months back, the Sierra Leone Metro Agency, where they for talk about weather business, they talk about the thing the way we for they do for help for prevent some disaster the way now we they cause them. For instance, flooding. Una for don't they clean una gutter then now, because I don't know if una see that video where they go around social media, where it's an AI video where they talk about how we for clean we gutter them, how we for make we drainage system they open, so the place not will be flooded. How for clean we environment. Me na person wey get zeal for talk about environmental issues because like I really care about the environment. I care about who we find we safe and how we treat who we find we safe and who we dey. So apart from environment issues, I want to ask you today, with this discontinuation of the criminal trial, the treason trial where the former President Ernest by KOROMA, where the states don't discontinue. What do you think about the rule of law, Nasalo? What do you think about equality before the law? I want to make it drop on our comment section. What do you think about the rule of law? What do you think about democracy? You know, yesterday we get a political scientist now, Dr. Tarawali, when we talk about how we for the vote and why we for the vote. It's always the Alusain Alasan. You can say Alusain Alasan, two picking there. It's a way we want for vote for person. We for think about the person in ideology, the person in idea and principles, and ask yourself why we want for vote for this person. We want for vote because of regionalism, because this person at the same region will come out. What not the person in values you for ask yourself as a citizen. What not the person, you know, what's this person's focus? What's not in aim? What you want for achieve? What's not in principles? What's not in ideology? You ask yourself that question before you vote as a citizen. You know, for always they do like how they talk yesterday. Say some people they innate political party because they born me at this party. I meet me Maya, my papaya. Time for go vote, to go dance, to go rally, go shake polo. So because of academics, you know, that trend, the Gen Z now wake up. It's a wake up call for now. If you don't know bed, if you listen to radio, you go. No follow that trend. Always ask yourself why I for vote for this person. What's not this person in morals? What's not this person in value? What's not this person in ideology? Why should I vote for you? It's not always about tribalism because now this tribe, this person they go vote for not always because then we cancel all them, we MP them. Sometimes we vote like I the man talk yesterday because person say they can't make road, because person say they can't build school. Is that why you are voting for? Ask yourself, always ask yourself if we cast that one vote. Because now we contribute to good democracy as well, we the citizens them. For ask yourself that question then. So we can take a national anthem and pledge. As always, we take this in this program. And that's now a commitment to a country. It's a civic duty. And I hope say it's a be national anthem and pledge. I will say plenty thank you again to the one that will follow me on Facebook. Please also subscribe to our YouTube channel. As we did as well, we don't reach 200,000 followers on Facebook. And we aim for go higher than that. We'll go take the national anthem and pledge now.
Highly exalt thee when on next week. Great is the Lord we have found. Family united, ever we stand, singing like rain on native land. Raise apart and
Will the Mamama village get their rights today? 3 youth leaders are still in prison since the protest against the bulldozer company.
Having heard the argument from both the prosecution and defense, I hereby declare the following. On charges of embezzlement of funds, not guilty.
Hey. Oh, this country.
On damage to community welfare, the defendant is not guilty. This verdict is subject to no appeal.
From 1961, them still not change the plan. Now all thing now we on. Now we forbid the change where we want see. From 1961, with all the dreams and no plans. Now we understand. Say, now we forbid the change where we want see.
Give we road for come true. Now we running out of time. No they wait for 1, 2. Every other day they get plan B. Red and green promises when no they ever come true. Gay na utoni wa mulala. Gigi na upie mawe mojala. Now we mini razonta lete na sara. And we the youths and don't understand the matter.
I know you not go believe say. So many good things there for we all. We are not say not to you business. This time we the younger them for involved.
So make we count 1 time. Left the buck talk and all the bad arts behind. So make we count 1 time. Show them say now we God don't send.
We dey run out of time, so make up your mind.
Now we forbid the change when we want see.
Salon now we all get we roll.
Now we forbid the change when we want see.
If we not let the flow, the 18 they go.
Now we forbid the change when we want see.
Salon now we all get we roll.
Now we forbid the change when we want see.
Oh wow, if you know how in the pain. Say somehow, all he says has been the same. And for mommy, no focus on the truth. This from the depth of the heart of a youth. But the mood on this not time we do the right thing. Cause everything they up to you.
Let we left for fets we serve. For Monday we know the fets for we serve. If we only plan now for run go neighbor us for trust. Now we get for pay the debts for we serve. We boku minerals and we for better where we sell them. Now we for build the road and we for make sure we not well am. Grab what you compy make you tell them. If we want forget we freedom. Now me and you go get for B Mandela. B Mandela for salon, not to region or party. Discontinue all my own, not to family property. We go 2 steps forward, we can 10 steps back. Salon for be paradise, not to pass we go na dirty. Okay, you go fix the road, me go fix the light. Other man go plant the rest. Fen water, now we fix the pipe. Build the hose, so we not go want you side for sleep tonight. I progress like this, so make the red and the green unite.
So make we count 1 time. Everybody could talk and all the bad arts behind.
Say we ain't boss, but the BP say we ain't stuck. Then they are down. Tomorrow then they so. They give it in tattoo with the political susu. Then they are down. Tomorrow then they so. So watermelon politics. So watermelon politics. Then can done green, the inside not red. Politician a bigger war for me political show. Hosanna, crucify. Pass up the same fire, and then all they flock together. From the desert Pasadari to the desert Kumusumu. Some masses sit on the power. My best time on the tower. And the same yuki. When it's a London Becky. Politician and a spider. So they bomb with like Al-Qaeda. They mix up with a box up with constitution and propaganda. As they join the Osusu, they keep back their Dogo Usu. Change color like come here. For the jam with couple and square. Them be fi say we ain't boss, or them be fi say we ain't stop. Then they are, then they yonder. Tomorrow then they so. Then give it in tattoo with them political osusu. Then they are, then they yonder. Tomorrow then they so. So watermelon politics. So watermelon politics. Then agree. The inside na red. Politician a bigger wo for me political asha. Hosanna, Hosanna. Crucify, crucify. Shall it profit a man to win the soul world and lose his soul?
Shall it profit a man to gain this whole world and lose his soul? That's that decide. Somebody say that decide. Self we been tell we say Salon. Been get that dream about Salon. Instead been don't left way. You don't go. But yeah, remember this song here? Watermelon politics. They give it in tattoo. I always tell you, politicians will always look over themselves. They will they'll take care of themselves. We the people them. We forget a common ground. How do we look over ourselves too? How do we care for each other, irrespective of who that in a power? Politicians will always care for themselves. And go outside and they meet. Politicians, they're not divided. Now we the people then can be divided. Now we the people them. Now we not can get common ground. Now we can get plabber with the hate we serve, with the dislike we serve because of politics. Watch the politicians in the parliament. Watch how they can meet, how then they agree on one great thing where they believe in. Then go argue all, but behind the scene, then they settle. See, they all come out together. Yeah, that is why we don't tell about watermelon politics, but since and too. But yeah, we go learn. We help people and for learn, for understand, say, politics, irrespective of which political party they support, not for divide we as a people. As much as the politicians, they get common ground, and they disagree, then agree, then solve their own issues, then behind the scene, we self forget a common ground as a people, because power belongs to we. Now we the people then get power. Now we, if politicians, if parliament, never been going to that story. I think now that conversation they'll forget to man. Parliament now, and they talk about health scheme for themselves. Remember I asked the question yesterday. They're talking about some health scheme for themselves now. The speaker don't commit say, then go ensure say, then get health scheme and all. But the same speaker yesterday been they tell members of parliament and say they get for reports then to them party then. The one they absent, the one they late. Man then they go work, but then they plan their own welfare. You see, politicians they take care of themselves, then they look out for themselves. They do. But me and you go sit down no more, man they can join politics today after 5 years, they don't better, they don't build who sky house, don't take in family all, they don't care, then go overseas and live in dream life. Me and you go sit down, begin cost we self na social media. Go cost this person, cost this. And the menu where you need the benefit pass, me brother LJ say. The menu where you need the each power, the under the each part the menu. Then they sort themselves out. They do, they sort themselves out. Then they can go cut. If na akara self, you go cut. Say, well, you take this few akara, eat. You take this binch and bread, eat. You na bodo, take bodo, you eat. Man and they eat the shawarma, hamburger, the chicken, the steak, then they. Now by level. But you know they eat nothing, the crumb self you need to eat. You don't have social media, they cost people they make plaba. They make plaba. You know, you know they understand, say, you need for care about your health care. You need for care about you picking education if you get picking, or you self your own education, your job, how you get opportunity for get job irrespective of who that in a power, how you go now house you turn the switch on, lights come, how you go open pump, you wash, you not struggle for begin fan water. Hope, how you go get hope as a Sierra Leonean, say things go get better for you. You don't need for it by the menu. You don't need for go fit for each pa the menu for scatter, everybody for a bowl, each panel. That is how the state should be. Well, they can't talk about that. So they can open the phone line. Well, we'll take quick 2 public service announcements. Then quickly, we'll take 2 public service announcements. We take 1 story, they open up the phone line. 7:30, we get to talk to the Minister of Information and Civic Education, Chenoba. Also, they expect to get Andrew Lavalley of IGR. And we got a packed panel today. And me colleague them, Thomas Dixon, Melvin Tijan Mansari, and we get to talk to a lawyer for explain to we waiting noli prosecute mean, waiting the discontinuation of the treason charges against former President KOROMA mean. Waiting, we get some legal explanation na the program this morning. So continue for stay with we not go no side. Let's take with 2 public service announcements them quickly.
We still remind the public about Gizmo, the missing cat. We can't get that story now. A person, a family member, and they so we always continue for reminder now. We'll get the missing cat video now.
The Toby cat will belong to Andrew Osborne,
a resident na the British High Commission na Sporwood Freeton been go missing. Gizmo don't go missing for 1 week now. The owner, Andrew Osborne, say he don't get Gizmo for 3.5 years now.
Hi, I'm Andrew Osborne. I'm the owner of Gizmo, the tabby cat, who's now missing. So we've had Gizmo for about 3.5 years. We got him as a little kitten in Zambia, and then we brought him to Sierra Leone. Gizmo's been missing for about a week now. He went missing on the afternoon of the 30th of June.
And he say the puss curious and he like for explore.
He's a very inquisitive cat. He's a bit of an adventurer, and he does like to go and investigate places, and we're concerned that he might have become shut in and he can't get out.
So he talk to people around the area for check and compound them for Gizmo, as the puss mean a lot to him and him with, and they miss him and hope for his safe return.
What I would like to say to people is I would really be grateful if you would search your houses, your sheds, your outbuildings. If you happen to have picked up Gizmo, he is again a very friendly cat, and we'd be so grateful if he could come home to my wife and I, who dearly miss him, as does his sister, who's spending a lot of time sitting outside just calling out for him.
The reward for this puss we lost na 3,000 new leons, and Andrew say the reward na genuine one, and he look forward for get Gizmo back and go glad he forgive the reward so he go get the puss back safe. He say anybody will see Gizmo for call the number na the poster. For Truth Media, Nafisa Tolanka din the report.
And we still defend Gizmo, and Gizmo money day na genuine reward. Let me look around for Gizmo. As I be the same person from Boulder one day. Somebody say the puss na diplomatic, puss na diplomat. We will get another public service announcement we get for do with the old railway line bridge, and we will call on all necessary authorities for pay attention to them. We will get the announcement now.
The old railway line bridge, where at St. John axis, don't sound like one-time bomb from the early 1990s. This bridge don't they serve as one important route where all man they use for cross go to St. John, another important area there. Today, this same bridge don't they cause boku worry because in condition they bad by the day. Every day, school picking them, Okada rider, and trader themselves can pass na this bridge. But the bridge don't hold. The structure self don't weak, and plenty parts don't broke. This don't make plenty citizens them. They afraid say, if authorities do not take action quick, serious accidents go happen around this community. People where they live around this community, they continue for call on the Salone Roads Authority and the government of Salone for intervene urgently as the bridge don't turn to danger, and that government need for rehabilitate this bridge before disaster happen. In fact, most the way people build around this bridge don't they collapse. Also, people the way they live around this community don't turn this bridge to dirty box as dirty don't flop under the bridge. As the condition of the old railway line bridge they continue for worsening, the call for immediate action they grow stronger. The question now, how long citizens then go continue for risk their life every day before authorities then decide for act? Plenty salon people then they hope say this one ain't go lead to quick intervention before disaster happen. For Truth Media, Mina Andrew Chopele.
Plenty thank you to Andrew Chukpele for that update today, and they call on the Sierra Leone Roads Authority. We've been on go put slab them na that road there. We just want to remind when I say them been on push and slab them there. Heavy duty vehicle and they pass na that road there. And we want to call on the National Disaster Management Agency, the Sierra Leone Road Safety Authority, and other institutions, Road Maintenance Fund, Institutes of Engineers, whatever concern that this is happening. We need for take steps for perhaps rehabilitate that bridge there and strengthen them so that something bad no go happen. We genuinely they bring this to our attention just so that somebody go take action. We can open up the phone line, but let's take this story quickly for set the context about what happened yesterday. There's this update on the return of former President Ernest Bai Koroma. Like I said yesterday, between 2 up to evening, it was very busy time, and a lot of stories, press releases, statements, and all, comments, social media analysis, and all of it. This morning I've been trying for read Dr. Blyden in your analysis as well. But let me take this report quickly.
The Attorney General and Minister of Justice, Alpha Cisse, don't officially tap the treason case we've been there against former President Dr. Ernest Bai Koroma. According to our official notice, the Attorney General used the power with the law game under Section 45 of the Criminal Procedure Act of 2024 for discontinue the criminal case. Former President Koroma been faced charge of treason and misprision of treason in connection with the failed attempted coup will be happening in November 2023. After the case starts, the court been grant and bail on medical grounds and will later travel go overseas for medical treatment. With this latest development, the criminal case don't officially end and another before the court again. The bail will serve the court be granted and don't automatically end, when means say Dr. Ernest Bai Koroma now free for come back na saloon anytime we choose without the previous bail conditions. This decision also don't spark plenty discussions on social media and among political and legal observers them, because of the seriousness of the charges. This same also Kamwe Salon currently they host the ECOWAS Summit of Heads of State and Government. ECOWAS been play important role earlier inside the matter by way them help facilitate arrangements and will be make former President Koroma be able for travel abroad for medical treatment while the case be still in a court. Meanwhile, lead counsel for Dr. Ernest Bai Koroma, Joseph Fitzgerald Kamara, welcome the Attorney General in decision. And according to him, he said the discontinuation of this case now step toward national peace, reconciliation, and social cohesion. The lawyer said President Koroma always cooperates with the authorities, respects the judicial process, and will comply with all the bail conditions. It be same also add, say, with the case now discontinued and bail discharged, the former president free for return home anytime and for continue for contribute to national peace, dialogue, and development. This development don't mark the official end of one of the most high-profile criminal cases in recent Sierra Leone history, and Boku people now they watch for see what will happen next na the political landscape. For Truth Media, Mina Davida Spin Solomon.
dende yada, tomorrow dende so. They give it in tattoo, with the political susu. Dende yada, tomorrow dende so. So watermelon politics. So watermelon politics. Then can then agree, the east side not red. Politician a bigger war for me political show. Hosanna, crucify. Mass of this and feather, and they all they flock together. From the desert Pasadai to the desert Mumusumu. Some masses sit on the power, my best time on the tower. And the same yuki, we make salon dump and kill a key. Politician and a spider, so they bomb me like Al-Qaeda. They mix up, we box up with constitution and propaganda. As they join the Osusu, they keep back like Dr. Usu. Change color like come here, for the jam with couple like square. Them if we say we ain't boss, or them if we say we ain't stop. Then they are down, tomorrow then they so.
Welcome back. This is the Truth Morning Devotion on Truth FM 103.9 with the broadcast live from studios na Ilcott na Freetown. We're on Facebook, YouTube and TikTok, and we partner radio stations right across the country. We'll open up the phone line now, 078193193. Call and tell me what you think about the discontinuation of the matter, the alleged treason criminal charges against former President KOROMA. As a citizen of this country, as a Sierra Leonean, what you think, what are your perspective, what are your opinion about them? We just want to get the views of people before we can talk to the minister and we other guests in this morning. So you can call 078193193 or you can call the short code 239. The short code now 239. You can call and tell me what you think as a Sierra Leonean. Yesterday, there are a lot of statements them way come out. Even the former president pulled a statement. Usai, they thank President Bio, and the government for the efforts we then take for take this decision for discontinue the matter. You can call 078193193. I think we'll get a very first caller. Good morning. Your name and who the call from?
My name is Marcus. I come from the UK.
Can you speak a little bit louder, please?
Yeah, I said my name is Marcus. I come from the UK.
Yes, Marcus. Good morning. Thanks for calling. Waiting now your position on this. What do you think about the government's decision?
To be very honest, I think it's a big mistake on the part of the government. And in a way that former president left on the pretext they go for treatment. So if he done well or he not well, if he come back, let he come face waiting in the before him. If them find him guilty, if the government want for pardon, I don't know.
Okay.
Hello.
Yes. Go ahead. You do live.
Yeah, this whole thing of saying with the drop charges. It raised a lot of eyebrows for the government. Some people go say, oh, na cook and cook and for them. Some people go say, na lie and lie for them. So it don't make any sense.
Okay. Well, thank you, Marcos. Thanks for calling from the UK. We'll take a few more calls. We'll take some calls, actually. And you can drop your comment on the Facebook as well. We'll find time for read some of them. 078193193 or the short code 239. You can call and tell me what you think as a Sierra Leonean on the government's decision for discontinue the investigation or the criminal charges against former President KOROMA. Good morning, name and who the call from?
Good morning, my name is Almami KOROMA, aka Alim Zuwais from Lunge.
Yes, Almami, how the Lunge then say right now, na get all tina Lunge o, now na they can't host the president, they will come.
No, well, up till now, we don't even get any like light facility, the electricity facility.
But I see then they do some big solar, renewable energy there.
Well, that's not process we they on, but actually come to it for now.
Okay. So what do you think about the government's decision for discontinued criminal charges against former President KOROMA?
To me, actually, I dey see as now a technical role where the president will play. As we all know, they on the ending of in terms in office. Because we already know the former president Ernest Koroma don't come out, and now it was my own time for they can come out. So it is technically play a role. Waiting he don't do so the former president you know go replicate them to them. And we know say doing this, if you set them free, for me, you know, go do to them.
Okay.
So technically, we dey see am say na a technical role wey the former wey the president, the incumbent president will play, so that they no go reciprocate wetin he don do to the former president.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
but
thank you. Yes, you want to say?
Actually, it is nice if you do am wholeheartedly without any form of set trap or a trap wey you go set again. Maybe we sometimes one will feel say the trap will go enter now, you know, we will set up again, or you know, we will free up again from waiting happen.
Okay. Well, thank you so much. We'll take more calls 078-193-193, 078-193-193, or the short code 239. Call and tell we as a cell union what you think about the government's decision for discontinue the criminal charges against former President Koroma. Good morning. In name and the call from, please.
Good morning, Labana. My name is SD Lume. I call from Kishi.
Yes, Lume. Waiting now your position on the government in decision for discontinue these criminal charges against former President Koroma.
I think they make them more controversial because if you get a criminal charge against somebody, you don't allow me, you go through the process and then you drop them. What are the position? Is he guilty or not guilty? Or was the crime even facetiously brought against him? The other thing is that Attorney General could just make a charge against somebody. In the office, you don't back and tell and say, I did drop these charges. Without any reason, without any engagement with the public. And what we also understand was not to exile the former president Bigo. It be go for treatment. So why did they say it can come at your own volition now? So those are just the concerns where I feel say they're not treated fairly as citizens.
Okay. Thank you so much, Lume, for that position there. Will you take more calls? 078-193-193 or 239, the short code. Call and tell me what you think as a cell union on the government's decision for discontinue criminal charges against former President Koroma. Good morning. Name and the call from, please.
Good morning, Lamana.
Good morning, sir. You name and the call from, please.
Coca the call from Bo.
Mr. Coca, good morning. How is Bo? How the Bo this morning? Will you get in now? Una say get in?
Yeah, we got so much rain since last night.
Oh, okay. But Mr. Coca, what do you think about the government in decision?
Yeah, in the first place, anything the government do, we will not go to challenge because they say after God, our government. But just that decision, it brings mixed feelings. Just like we other callers and they say, somebody there on trial, you know, before make you find out guilty or not guilty. You know, plenty people go look at and say something and lie self and like already don't begin to happen on social media with so many opinions from other people. We some of people don't wish for make we see the proceedings go, make we able for no stand. Even if you happen to say the former president guilty, then the president can use his own power now for make able for pardon her, to be able for understand. But again, waiting at the position of the other guys and way really they in prison, like Quetta and others, because I feel saying at the same channel, they create this whole thing, you know. I'm here on question, Danny. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Coca from Bo. Will you take more calls? 078-193-193 or 239, the short code. We get another call. Good morning. Let me know the call from, please. 193 or 239. Move away from your radio set, please, or whatever device you use for listening to we or watch we.
Good morning.
It's why you didn't tell person say come on here radio. Good morning. You name the call from, please. Okay, well mute and first because you'll get feedback.
Sorry, sir. I don't come on this, sir.
Okay, thank you. You name the call from, please.
I call from both. I name Jibo.
Yes, Jibo, what do you think about the government's decision for discontinue the criminal charges against former President KOROMA?
My own opinion, I just think and say the government allowed the life for the former president.
Okay.
My own contribution.
Okay, thank you so much, Fombo. Will they take more calls? 078 193 193 or the short code 239. Call and tell me what you think about this as a citizen of this country. We get another caller. Good morning, name and where they call from.
Yeah, Mr. Simon Brown, and the call that.
Yes, Mr. Brown. Good morning.
Yeah, I don't see this thing let's say now a ploy for make them legitimize really to one them. Because if you watch, the one day we don't convict now, which will become of them. So then people they are the pattern, we not only join them. Because for any time we join them, that will become the victim. Then they see them, they let them, they continue with their life. We are not supporting today, are not supporting tomorrow. The man for come prove himself whether he right or if them see advantage for them.
Okay. Thank you so much. Take more calls. 078 193 193. You can call and tell me what you think as a citizen of this country on the government's decision. 078 193 193. We get another call.
Okay.
Good morning. Name and where you call from.
Yeah, good morning. How are you? I call from Waterloo. Mina Mustafa Kamara.
Yes, Mr. Kamara. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. How are
what do you
sir?
think about the government's decision for discontinue criminal charges against former President KOROMA?
Honestly, the government not treat the people fine and dishonesty. President has to be set, not of honest by KOROMA, but any other subsequent one way can they will still set them president and do. If they don't charge them, the Islam man for medical, they for not allow the due process. So now for we as Sierra Leoneans and we suffer. So if you look at the politicians and say now food they have for fully, for me they will forget the self-interest. We not organ for the people of Sierra Leone. Okay. They for not allow the due process for that happen. Whether an Escoma is guilty or an Escoma is not guilty. But why they for drop the charge? We not dishonesty to the people of this country. We they need for tell you why.
Well, thank you so much. We'll take a few more calls. We'll expect for can talk to the Minister of Information and Civic Education, Chegnoba, and also Andrew Fatoma, and we other guests them this morning. But you can still call for now. We get another caller. Good morning. Name and where you call from, please.
Yeah, good morning. This is Festus Johnson. I call from John Lane.
Yes, Mr. Johnson, good morning and welcome.
Yes, I think we need for look section 44 of the Criminal Act proceeding.
Okay. What's in it say?
The section 44 clearly make it possible for Nigerian states the matter. For drop the charges not mean say then discontinue the charges not mean say the matter cannot come before the court again. So they need for look at them carefully.
Okay. Well, thank you so much. You can forget a lawyer today as well. We get for explain to you within not only prosecute mean as well. But thank you so much.
So now lay emphasis on section 44 of the Constitution. If the government wish for reinstate the matter in the light of new evidence, if it's possible.
Okay. Thank you so much. We'll take more calls, 078 193 193. You can call and tell me what you think about the government's decision for discontinue criminal charges against former President KOROMA. We get another caller. Good morning. Name and where you call from, please.
Hello, good morning, Mr. Ramadan. I'm Abuja. I call from Cyprus.
Yes, from Cyprus, man. Okay, thanks for joining us. You just, what do you work or you studying at Cyprus?
No, I also.
Okay, God bless you also, brother. Thanks for calling this morning, and thanks for also not forgetting home and connecting with issues the way they happen back home. So, what do you think about the government's decision for discontinue criminal charges against former President KOROMA?
Well, my own opinion is for a unity of the country, it is good. But at the same time, it's a very bad precedent because in fact, if accuse anybody of a crime, then it says justice. If them find guilty, the president to talk last year, I will pardon you. Right? And the other thing that Jeremy was following happen is former president will become a Sierra Leone. One thing to make clear, let it take the hands off politics. Let it be as a statesman. Let not even put the hand into party politics. Let us put the hand of politics. Let be a statesman. Because I believe that if you become a statesman, that will help for the peace of the country. But if you want to be involved in APC politics or national politics, trust me, we should not go ever do another country.
Okay.
So the best way to do for the peace of the country, let him just pull in from politics, like the statesman, like putting the late president of President Kabad do. Let them be peaceful and put that in the hands of solemn politics.
Okay.
That's my contribution.
Okay, thank you so much for your contribution. We'll take a few more calls. The minister there already. We can interview him this morning on this issue and other issues. We'll take 2 more calls, I think 3 more calls. Then we wrap up this. But we'll open up the phone line later again. Let's get this conversation. But we'll take 3 final calls. Good morning. Name and the call from.
Good morning. This is Macmillan. I call from California.
Can you speak a little bit louder?
Oh, this is Macmillan. I call from California.
California?
Yes.
Okay.
Amazing. I've been listening to every blessed morning.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate that so much. We appreciate that so much. What do you think about the government's decision for discontinue criminal charges against former President KOROMA?
I just feel say a bad president don't get. This is the way MRC left for film. When he thinks say my papa don't need the bar, just for her, you know. I think millions of effect don't left the bar now. Please come away because this president don't said they just do one back. I catch a knockam. So I think say I the feedback for them, the young one them. We all do not grow up, we don't talk about bad presidencies and bad things. And we from putting country straight and talk volunteer when they do justice here. Maybe law. It's hard, this is hard, but it's something we can do. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you also for calling. Thanks for calling. We'll take 2 more calls, then we can join the minister. 078193193. Call and tell we what you think about the president, the government's decision for discontinue criminal charges against former President KOROMA. I'll take 2 more calls, then we join the minister. Good morning. Name and the call from, please.
My brother, Mr. Bana Suleiman.
Yes, Suleiman. Good morning, Koto. Good morning and welcome. What do you think about the government's decision for drop criminal charges against former President KOROMA?
Hey, brother, me I support the government. The Sierra Leone don't divide from the 6th up to today. So if you then decide to do this, I support them. But you, the Sierra Leonean, you know, forgive. Even die say when they kill somebody. If you want picking at the family, tell me the family say, "Love forgive them." For me, Sierra Leone go before you get for do them here. We get for be about cutting, and I wish the government will they in power. The other group will been there with the former president. Then go what to then your area back. For me, Sierra Leone go smooth because you want the venue, you know the benefit nobody. It harm yourself. Thank you, brother.
Thank you so much. One final call, then we take a break and join the minister this morning. 078193193. We'll take one final lucky call. I wish a woman can call. You know, not get a woman for call it. Right? Anyways, 078193193. Well, I think we get the final call. Good morning. Name and the call from, please. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, good morning. Name and the call from, please.
Yeah, me na Daniel Jonathan Kuka, the call from Tongo Field, Lower Bambara Chidum.
Okay, Tongo, me mande na Tongo. Thanks for joining us this morning. I know you want to listen to it, so one of our partner radio station them. Thanks for joining us this morning. What do you think about the government's decision for drop charges, criminal charges against former President KOROMA?
Thank you very much, Lamrana. Well, the government initiative, that one the way don't take. But we want to also ask what it is inside the law book then. plenty people then doing that 10-day treason is treason or whatever attempted coup, people then died, they lost their loved ones and all of the rest. Well, within inside the law book, what is the justice system saying for this nation? Because well, these are politicians, they don't say that they drop them. It is good, but what is our law books saying? And how the poor man who will be down here go able to access justice in such situations. Thank you very much, Mr. Lamana Baba. We will be puelo.
Yes,
let government know that one day.
I know. Don't deal talk about Andy. Don't deal talk about Naya.
We
And
still
hopefully the
talk
authorities and they listen. But you
yes,
just can send a
we still
message
talk
to them.
let them know. Let
and they
them
listen
know.
to you.
Yes, sir. I will still tell them, let them know that we dey suffer. Now, Lower Bambara onto Kono district Bumpe. Let them pay attention to we. Very plenty. Thank you.
Okay. The minister they join me about they take one final call while the minister they settle down. They take one final call. If we get any, we take one final call, then we join the minister. Good morning, the minister the call from please.
Good morning, Salamana.
Yes, you name minister the call from please.
Made a call from IMAT, Nina Abdul Kamara.
Yes, Mr. Kamara. What do you think about government in decision for drop criminal charges against former President Kuma?
Yeah, it just so unfortunate for we Sierra Leoneans. Former president will take a decision. He say he forgive power to President Blue because they say na regime change. We see them, we look at and not justify and to we. He give power. President Bio tell we say with the law, former president get himself involved into coup against them. He charge them. We see them back to look they say he can't go for medical. Now they don't left, they don't decide for remove them from that sickness.
Very much sorry. I call it go. But go end the calls and the minister they get for watch they get a lot of media around them for do. So we go start with some this morning. Good morning, Mr. Minister, and thanks for joining us this morning.
Assalamu alaikum. It's great to be with you this morning.
Wa alaikum salam. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm sure you don't listen to the calls them. Diverse views, comment from yesterday up to this time. But the background to this, how government reached to this decision for drop criminal charges against the former president, where we be understand say go for medical, he been there on bail, and he was standing trial for alleged treason and mistreason.
Yes, so I think say important for the family know first of all the legal basis of the decision. Mm-hmm. The laws of Salon give the Attorney General the power for make it discontinue any prosecution, any matter with it before the court, we not don't reach the stage yet for judgment. So as long as they don't give judgments yet, the Attorney General get a power there. And the law and get that exclusive power. Within the government of President Bill don't try for do throughout this process now for follow the law. For follow the law and for do it in the right thing. In this case, the former president Anes by KOROMA, after the incidents in November 26 of 2023, right?
Mm-hmm.
November 26, 2023.
Yeah.
The former president been eventually then being charged into court on 3 counts. Then when he been there in a court, he been sick for go for medical.
Yeah.
And the court's been granted and the states not be object to that. So I let family know say the states not be object at the time because
for medical
for go do medical. And while he don't do na this they do medical, a lot of developments don't take place in between. While he don't do this in medical. Obviously we don't follow the law, but we get a precedent where don't they continue for think about what is supposed for do for bring the country together. The desire of this country, we listen to people and they call all the time. Now, how we will bring peace, how we go bring unity, how we go bring cohesion in this country. I tell you, I say from the beginning of the year, the president, when I asked Hausa to do the presidential town hall this year, he chose Makeni. This is not the president will say, logo Makeni. He knows not to in strong goal. And I want to also give credits to the people of Makeni. They hosted the president with dignity and civility, peace and cohesion. Now some people say, oh, what's in them can say then say we stage manage. You the stage manage thing, and you also the stage manage. You know they go stage manage somebody, you also stage manage everything. Say the president come on a street, team up, you walk around the tower. People in the praise him. It tell you say desire in this country for peace, desire in this country for cohesion. And I will tell anybody say the two heads of states them, anybody who don't watch the interaction, His Excellency President Julius Maada Bio and former President KOROMA, like our President Bio say, they are also brothers. They are also, they get a fraternity with me or you know go ever understand we don't in that position there. But waiting President Bio don't always seek for do is no matter waiting happen in terms of steps and decisions and progress, we for follow the law. And that's make the Attorney General now take the step for file na court yesterday at the time where they announced basically as then they file at the announce we you know it was all you know we'll be very lucky say the press conference been there on Tuesday and I be determined we then choose for file. So as then they file they give me the thumbs up and then I make the announcement right at the press conference instead of go ahead and tweet. But waiting that day for me it mean and for the country now that we listen to all the comments. Lama, I don't say we incidents not happen at this country, we development not happen, we APC, SLPP, government, anybody will say, oh, this is not moment for peace, this is not moment for cohesion. Even as we host ECOWAS, one of the biggest international events in our country for over 50 years. And I think say this is not just a moment for let the country breathe and say kumbaya. But also we not forget to it's a lot of people that they ask whether justice will not happen for the people that will be affected by that incident. Of course. So many people in the South very long sentences and they are not affected by this decision.
This was the most high profile person will be involved in this case. Allegedly, where they stand trial in a court.
Correct.
And I ask again as I start, how government reach at this decision? Is it for peace and national cohesion?
So the AG in power with the law game, the law, any prosecution, any case where they happen, sir, the AG can decide, say, I get 15 people for try. I get 30 people for try. Of them, why I try 20, the other 10, I go make let them be me witnesses. In a way, very in concerns. The AG, I made the law game and that discretion there. In a way, plenty thing there. So, of all the people that we didn't try, there were so many other people. And also the first time this way the states don't discontinue any proceeding with the file a proceeding.
On this matter?
On any other matter.
No, we are talking specifically on this
matter. I know say some, at least one or two other people let me there, we initially they may not prepare files them for prosecution, or at least one of them they were not see they also go as far as that, and then the AG decide for discontinue for various concerns. Now, me now for speak to the intention of the AG, or in fact of
when you speak for government, you must aware
but
of this.
They say, but this is not a legal matter. So the AG, which I will tell you, is an exercise in legal powers, in legal discretion, and I can tell you, say, let me tell you, say, a wide range of factors there.
But that is what I'm asking. What are the factors? Why governments do this?
When the AG, the reason we made the law give the AG that power, there, now so the AG go weigh a lot of things. In the way, okay, how much it cost me for go through with this? How much it cost the states? Waiting at the overall repercussions on the states. It left the discretion. Waiting at the ability, waiting at the opportunity with the states get for come together, for make peace, for make clear the greater good, the national interest, or also at some point in that conversation, the accused maybe don't show remorse, maybe don't do some things and for support the prosecution, maybe the accused don't can say, look, you know, I want for collaborate with now for how we move the country, because the point of
Mr. Minister,
of justice,
it sounds like you're assuming waiting go make the AG do this. I'm asking specifically as a government, as the spokesperson for the government, you must aware why governments take this decision.
And I did tell you so now. I say the AG take the decision based on the law. The reason we make the AG they take that decision is not one. Multiple reasons.
So waiting are some of the reasons.
The reason that they outlined to you so.
Okay.
Now the reason that they outlined to you so that when the prosecution they take a decision of that nature, it take that decision it consider so many factors, including what I just tell you, in the greater good, for peace, for security, justice itself, the essence of justice, not just for punishment, now for also for create harmony in our society, for redress, for move the society go forward. And I don't tell you say the AG the way so many factors, and in this case the way all the factors that were available, the security of the state, the best interest of the state, the peace of the state, the conduct of the accused person in steps that we don't take, maybe for support even the case the way they go on, for support even the prosecution. Now I know they can tell you say that this one reason the AG take, because the AG cannot be pinned down, but they say just for the purpose of education of the public, then factors they are all available to the AG, and based on that, when the AG make that decision, and I want to outline one thing, obviously the AG is a member of the President Bureau in government, so there's also a history of President Bureau and inability for step up when it comes to peace and democracy, for choose the higher road, for decide say look, I may be personally hurt, this might be a moment of ego, but President Bureau as a statesman, he gets a long history of, instead of he seek for pursue then factor than they win at itself, he pursue and choose the higher road. And in this case, I think say history will remember President Bureau as well as a president. We one more time I choose peace for we, I choose democracy for we, and this crossroad where the country been there as well. They don't care we go internationally, and now they don't take another significant in government at least. Don't take a significant step towards national cohesion and healing this country for move this country.
And people will call say this is a bad precedent. Someone is people have been charged, they've been prosecuted, they've been sentenced, then they serve them time. People died on this, and people are saying this is a bad precedent. This is someone who was standing trial for alleged treason.
Yes, but as I don't tell you before, plenty people in the past, in the prosecution process, a lot of developments they happen. And in the past, multiple times when the prosecution can decide, the AG, I mean the courts get the power, the law get the power for decide say, I don't make a choice now say, this particular accused, it is in the best interest of both my case, of the state, in the best interest of greater good for everybody. That's the aging job, even with in the dispensation of justice. Now for move this country go before, now for the greater good. So when you make that decision, that calculation, it take that step. So I will respectfully disagree with the people that will say, oh, this is not a bad precedent, because actually a lot of people have been held to account on this. That's so the justice system they work. You can even negotiate with one accused, you say can't become a witness. You switch and so, you move and so. As long as you get the one the way most responsible, people who serve jail term over 100 years, 40 years, plenty people who serve jail term for the crimes that we then rightly commit, and we in this case not to allegation anymore because the court don't make a judgment on them.
What will you say to the family members of the people, the officers who died? I remember there was even a colleague, Steve Douglas, who died in this whole process. What will you say? What do you go say to family members of them people in the way they look up to justice in whatever way it could have been in a matter like this?
And a very important question. And I will tell you, say that they weigh very heavily on His Excellency the President and the rest of government. What injustice mean, and with our responsibility to we all right? Me also get family member that we be affected by that. Somebody we one of the top military officials, one of the other full brother as well, we been killed. Attend the funeral of them people and they are watching them family them grieve and they mourn. But beyond that as well, I know the cost on this country, you know, the cost on the security, the cost of the instability there. Most of the families, the steps we government don't take in terms of taking care of them and supporting them, that's sacrosanct. Government, they continue to do that. That's very, very important to the government. In terms of justice, the feeling that the people that we actually do this to, we and we fumble them for who they're responsible and accountable, I go assure you, say, the justice system don't dispense that justice there. A good number of people, justice not ever perfect. Nothing other way you go say, oh, this a 100% perfect. But in terms of holding people accountable, the state has done that. Even in this case,
selectively.
No. All justice, all law, all legal process, I don't tell you, say, elect them say 15 people and I go thief. What they do, they take 1, 2 and they become a witness and then they serve with you at the prosecution, they prosecute the other. No sign other than the world where they tell you, say, oh, we go, if everybody will hear about this, we hold all man, you go, the court's not able for overwhelm all this. And I don't tell you, say, there are different considerations. It was not selective. We follow the evidence, we follow the law, we charged. And then we follow the evidence, we follow the law, we look at all them consideration, including what's in the best interest of them people. And I go tell you, say, the families, a good number of them today, they want to let this country get collapsed. They don't want to follow experience. Anything will be the experience like that before. Sometimes a leader has to make that decision for peace and look at the bigger picture. And same family then they want cohesion in this country. So that we country will continue to raise the resources for support them economically. And I will assure you as well, say, then the top of the mind of His Excellency the President. For what more can we do? For do 2 things. A, for make sure say they not lose their dignity and their respect. But the ultimate justice really, now for take the steps them for avoid a recurrence of the entire. Not a real justice. For take the steps for make sure say the country can together. We don't set a very bright example. Like tell you, if anybody ways
so is this much about national cohesion than pursuing justice and allowing the justice system for work as it is? Is it more about say let's former President KOROMA come so we'll live peacefully and nobody else look like we're going after him?
No, because the the framing is right now that if we get one, we'll not get another. In this country, in fact, the motto of the country now unity, freedom, and justice. All lengthy and they intertwine. You cannot have one without the other. And they say, clearly, this was also a gesture. Clearly, you listen to former President KOROMA, your own statement, you can see, say, you watch the APC, their own statement, you watch the leaders of the APC, their own individual post them in lawyers, you watch we own statement. It's just a moment of national coming together. And anybody who elect this country, you go appreciate that moment there. You go once a time, there are times, and a lot of people and they will be done say, if we really want this, it will be one example, an opportunity. Sometimes it's imperfect. And I agree, I feel the people that we know say, look, we want to see this go through the letter of the law. A lot of people that we want to follow always the script. So many people and they will like that. We want to say within the and they will follow and all that. But within our leadership, within our statesmanship, if you look at South Africa, for example, Nelson Mandela, 27 years in a jail, he come out. A lot of people on the other side, be one lay hold everybody accountable, try them for every crime and do that. Yes, some people and they will then try. But some people, and including some of the leaders, they say, look, Una represent something, Una represents people, and I want to work with those people. I want to bring this place together. I want to create a rainbow nation where country go forward. Again, I know it's not a perfect example, but that's an example of statesmanship that is looked upon by history.
So the public should expect this as a gesture from President Bio to former President KOROMA?
No, again, I know the bring unto just one thing. They say the AG take that decision. They consider so many things. But when you listen and watch all the statements, you will see say President Bio is praised for being a statesman and for taking this historic statesman move. For when governments take that move there, for say there is a moment of national renewal, a moment of national cohesion, a moment of bringing the country together. And don't they do one for a while? They went to McKinney and spoke eloquently about how Timini man, not Timini man, the enemy, about how throughout in life, every time in cook, in security, in chief of staff, in running mates there, every time, in a look at tribe, in a look at political party, he brings people close based on what Martin Luther King called the content of their character. Many people don't even know, say, President Bio in first cabinet when he become head of state in 1996. It be include Samora Kamara, it be include Sam Sise, it be include KKY. He has a history. This man gets a consistent history for look above and for think about the greater good. I think history go puts this in the same trajectory. I mean, the entirety of this event, the legal process, of course, is the AG9 in the file, but the AG9 member of the President Bio in government. So now make I say President Bio in this case, history will remember him as somebody we in the face of opposition, and it's important to acknowledge, say, a lot of people and they will disagree with this decision. A lot of people and they will want to see President Bio be dragged through and President KOROMA be dragged through the courts for finishing in this one. A lot of people will want to put the country through that. A lot of people will want for we continue for the big car for tell each other what. A lot of people and then get legitimate rights for feel the way they feel and for feel disappointed or not want this decision and all that. We acknowledge that. We not dismiss the one in there, but we say the points, this moment in history, this time in our country, they require what man call magnanimity, and President Bio in governments no extend that.
Quickly, I can tell you quickly. Let's join CD at Tunis, the National Publicity Secretary of the main opposition APCD on the line now. Good morning, CD.
Good morning, Lamrana. Thank you for getting me online.
Yes, thanks for joining us this morning also. What's in the APC as a party where the former president served as leader and chairman for, what's in a position or what's in a reaction to this news of the government, discontinuing criminal charges against the former president?
Well, thank you very much, Lamrana. It's welcoming news for us. It is something we always don't push for, and we feel say necessary, especially at this time. The political tensions be on the high, and we all on the talk about peace, unity, national cohesion, national reconciliation. I mean, that kind of move will help a lot for bring the country together, for also ensure say we continue to speak as Australians in the interest of moving this country forward in peace and cohesion. But what is important to us now that the move come out from the Attorney General's office using the laws, of course, and for bring this matter to the end and for ensure say the former president return home safely and join his family back.
Is this something we see very lately following the death of, Alhaji Minkailu Mansari? We see some level of, cohesion between the APC and the SLPP and the president and the party, the APC party as well. Is this something the APC done the request for? Is this a request that you actually made to the president for consider?
Well, not specifically, but the president in magnanimity and also in commitment to, cohesion probably would all influence for, do something like this. But of course, for us, what's important that it is very needed, it is very necessary, and also in the interest of the people of this country
for let this country continue for stay together, for let peace continue for reign, and let we self as Sierra Leoneans continue for the talk with one voice, for put the interest of the development of Sierra Leone at the core of the actions that we would take as politicians.
Former president, I'm sure I will assume you might have spoken to him. He don't put out a statement and thanking the president and also ECOWAS for the intervention in all of this. Is there a time where one expect some for return? Has he spoken about that when it can? Because the government statement say it can come anytime he wish for come. Is there a specific time when one expect some for come?
Well, no, we not speak on that one day yet. But of course, we as a party we look forward for welcome and back, and also for see how it go, continue for be the statesman where it don't be for this country, for the ECOWAS sub-region, and for the continent as a whole. I mean, we know say as a country and as a party, we stand for gain a lot. If then two statespeople work together, former President KOROMA has a lot of experience and he's very much committed to upholding peace and democracy. And we see as ECOWAS chairman, the moves that we President Joseph they make across ECOWAS for peace and democracy. So them working together and having a good relationship go mean very well for this country. And we hope say this move here go lead to that, and then go continue for work together for provide that leadership the way needed for keep this country together and move on forward.
Some of the concerns where people and on the raise are that former President KOROMA, when he was here, he was involved in party politics, in the APC politics specifically. Is that something that the public should expect to continue? Is a statement we can make for involving in our party politics as well?
Well, that is not something I want to speak to. The fact of the matter is that the immediate past leader of the APC, and he remains a member of the APC.
So does that mean he will get is fully involved in our party politics?
Well, I not say that, but that not to matter where I go on for talk to, because I know in my mind, and I don't know what he will want to do. But I know saying a man who very much committed to promoting democracy, and that not the thing we would only see they do recently, moving country to country for ensure they get peaceful elections. So I sure say that then they will let for continue for do for make sure say peace and democracy continue for reign at the African continent.
Finally, I want to ask on this. You comrade, Dr. Sylvia Blyden, a member of the APC, in a very long piece where he put out yesterday, right? I just read an excerpt of him. He say, in fact, I'm curious about the sincerity of purpose in this arrangement. Let me explain. The fact that H.E. Madabio government choose Section 45 of Criminal Procedure Act rather than avenue cited in Section 46 speaks volumes. It means the government is not at all sure if the sincerity of Ernest Bai Koroma of the sincerity of Ernest Bai Koroma, so they have kept a stick behind the door. I will speak on Section 45. He actually thanked the president and commend this way, say good for national reconciliation and unity, but she's talking to the law we get for do with Section 45. Una get the understanding of what this mean and that it could mean the government can take up this matter again?
Well, President Ernest Bai Koroma get lawyers. I mean, this initiative and the law could come out from the Attorney General's office. May not get that legal interpretation. May they talk as a politician. But I sure say the legal people then go look at the law and then go continue for speak on that and for see how the law will be very clear in dealing with this matter, and how we are concerned as politicians for ensure say we see sincerity and commitment from all sectors and from everybody we're involved, so that we will continue for keep the country together. And we hope say the commitment we would only see from the two leaders. You see President KOROMA's statement, it tells we say any remain committed to any sincere move we go lead to peace, democracy at this country and at the sub-region. And we hope say then kind statements then they from a statesman like that, they come with a lot of sincerity. And we also, they see, say, the moves that way President Joseph, they make come with a lot of sincerity. And for us as citizens now, we need to be supportive. Yes, we will always go with reservations. The speculations will always stay. But as a party, we want to focus on this moment and how we go use them for push this country out before in peace and unity.
As a party, as a politician yourself, what do you go say to the families of them people them way their loved ones then die in this process? Where they look forward to justice, that something will not be done like this, and look forward for the former president for stand trial and whatever the outcome might be. What will you say to them?
From the onset, we outrightly condemn the November 26 incident. We were very vocal about it. We make them very clear, say that we're going to be very supportive and we'll go work with government for make sure, say, justice is served. But like I said, the law, not the law. Now the law, now take this decision, not to politics. We had the attorney
politicians
general,
and take the decisions. So
the
AG is appointed by the president, and the minister don't confirm now. Say the magnanimity of the president, and the former president self commended the president for the decision. So it's politicians who took the decision.
Yeah, but then the attorney general is the principal legal advisor to the government. Now they prosecute the matters. They may have several reasons under the law why they decide for discontinue the matter. And me and you know then legal reasons then they. So what we are focused on is the fact that we remain committed to justice, we remain committed to peace and national cohesion, and also the development of this country. We are all Sierra Leoneans, and as a party, we want to ensure, say, we continue to work together as Sierra Leoneans. That not mean, say, the law not go continue, and that is why, for us, we not feel, say, anyway, we circumvent the law.
So on this, you are the APC parties in agreement with the government and appreciate what they do, right?
Yes, we are in agreement with government, and we are very much appreciative of the decision for discontinue the matter and for take them away from the courts of this country.
Okay. Thank you so much, CD. Thanks for joining us this morning. I know I get a lot of media around. Andrew, don't join you in the studio. Andrew, I'll come to you shortly. But Mr. Minister, I want to talk about the issue of Section 45. I've seen a lot of legal interpretation. I can forget a lawyer and I as well for explaining better. But one of the I just mentioned within Dr. Blyden say, whilst commending the government and the president for doing this, she's concerned that the section not clearly means say the matter has been totally dropped. Government can pick them up at any time and start the case all over again. Is that what was done having in mind?
Again, I not like the posture of trying to say, oh, now this person gets in mind and this person not gets in mind. The Attorney General on his own volition come forward consistent with the laws of the country. The analysts then always create insinuations and then always go and go look at.
No, but the analysts themselves they interpret the law. The same law that they interpret.
No. Only the courts and interprets the law. The analysts
when they analyze the law, in their own way, in their own understanding, then they analyze the law.
So that's welcome. Would they focus on the substance of the action, the reaction of the primary parties that are involved, and the implications for the country. And right now, the AG used the powers with the courts, with the law gear. And the law say the AG at any time by a statement or we go to court, if file, it can discontinue matter. We discontinue that matter, the bill will be discharged, the person will be free for go in the in the matter. The law obviously give the AG additional powers. He reserve the AG in power. That's true on Section 45. But that's not the conversation today.
But it means it can happen. That power, they can use it.
The AG, now look. He get this case for years. He don't make all this thinking. He don't drop this case. He don't go forward. Who states don't put out a big statement. His Excellency, the President, Parliaments, they go forward tomorrow or this week. They announce our press conference. Then they make a resolution in support of this move.
Okay.
And then they come together. This is not a moment for can begin pull rope. This is not a moment for look up.
No, but these are genuine concerns, Mr. Minister. These are part of the debates and conversation.
Now we can say we welcome the debates, the analysis. We the focus on the substance. From the one I don't talk, say me no dey do commentary. I provide information. The information I will provide to you, and everybody else get rights for do their own commentary. That's welcome. The information is that we as a government come from a very clear, genuine position, consistent with the law. The AG are the primary. In fact, the AG, he gets multiple years of experience as a legal practitioner. Now, one of the most decorated lawyers where we country gets to operate all over the world. He don't come, he don't take this decision. The Anes by KOROMA legal team, themselves don't put out a statement applauding and thanking. Former President Anes by KOROMA himself don't put out a statement. We're focusing on that and focusing on how the country
is there a deal on the
go
back
forward.
end on this? Is there? Can you confirm that former President KOROMA and President Bio been on the meet for discuss this? And there have been mediators. I see the former president mention ECOWAS specifically and thank them for the role they play on this.
I start now by telling you, say, the two men, now brothers. President Bio don't make them very clear. I tell you, say, in first cabinet, biggest Kamara Samsisi and others, Christian Kagwa and others. I tell you, say, President Bio, every time there's an opportunity for peace and cohesion, President Bio, they put aside in ego, he choose peace, he choose dialogue, he choose progress. Every time in history, in this country, he gets an established record of that. So, whatever conversations, whether President Bio, ECOWAS, they're involved, like I also tell you, see, there's a fraternity of former heads of state. You cannot dispute that. Heads of state and former heads of state and get a club. Just like me and you get one club all day. Nobody know go book inside it. So I'm not gonna tell you say, oh, we want presidents call out a president, I go know, or I go tell you the details or that.
No, I'm not asking for the detail. I'm asking if they are involved in this and
I tell you say the states. No, this is not the prerogative of the Attorney General and Minister of Justice. Now I also tell you, see, since the time the case was filed, plenty intervening circumstances. You know, say me not like for can mislead the public. I agree with you. Say there's been a lot of intervening circumstances, developments that don't happen. That is true. Everybody who get eyes can see that. But I tell you, say ultimately the decision and the route of the decision is taken consistent with the laws of our country. We not always something person you don't intend for God. The AG don't make that decision, and now you just see, say, now a moment of national renewal, now a moment for the country can.
What is expected of former President KOROMA when he return?
For let be free for go about the normal business, for let understand say he no longer gets a case, especially on this matter. The case not there before the courts, not get encumbrance in shorty for the bill, don't be discharged. And for let be a statesman, for let be a former president, we go be a statesman. We go support President
Bill. Statesman is not involving in party politics?
Every Sierra Leonean gets a right for being involved in party politics. Every Sierra Leonean.
Former President KOROMA gets a case. Francis Benkaifala, the commissioner of ACC, confirmed that say they still have a corruption allegation against him. That is the investigate.
Just like I say, as a citizen, he get rights. As a citizen, he get responsibilities. He will go about his normal business as a citizen of Sierra Leone.
The president will not be magnanimous again for intervening on that.
At the same time, they say as a former president, he gets again that fraternity also get the privileges. We will be a statesman. Look, sometimes when Nigeria want for send an emissary, then go send Good Luck Jonathan. They are not on the same side politically, but because of the level of committee within the country, it help for advance the country interest. In many countries, and say parties and politics, they stop at the edge of the border. Beyond that border, you get opportunity for then to lead help we for projects with country. Look right now, we host ECOWAS. Imagine we get multiple heads of states coming from all over the sub-region, the Canaya, and all of that. We get issues that we will need for follow up on. President Biona, chair of ECOWAS, coup de dinaya, problem de binaya. He get the opportunity now for say, hey, you know me, brother and a former president, you can be an emissary. You can go and represent the country because you don't occupy the highest land. So what me they say on the fact of this, these are all possibilities now. But all of that, it left to His Excellency President Julius Maada Bio and also the conduct of former President Ernest Bai Koroma when he come back. Right now, the position is he is free for return to the country we don't done in medical or at the time of his choosing. And when he come back, he currently not get a case, this big case, where he been gets with the answer to on the charges that be brought against them. That case they don't.
Mr. Minister, I know I need to let you go, but quickly I want to bring Andrew into this. Andrew, you've had the conversation quickly before the minister go. I want hear Mr. Minister, wait, not go to you need for wait. I want hear you from the perspective of IGR. I know you're big on data, on citizens' views on this. This morning I opened phone line and called social media, different commentaries and comments on this. But what do you think about this, decision of the government for allow the former president for comeback?
Thank you very much. I can only talk as Andrew Lavalley, not as
but that's fine,
because we normally...
You're a senior citizen.
Andrew Lavalley.
You want to call you my old?
No, because
no, you're a well-respected citizen.
Because we normally we can sit down, we look at data. Yeah. I mean, they would agree say this was sent out, so I know go with my colleagues them. So I think that this is very welcome, and Sierra Leone will get a democracy journey, and will be done. Embrace democracy as a way for we consolidate peace for promote development. I think this thing will not happen. It get for be part of the history of democratic consolidation. There was a glitch because we look at the history of elections and coups. So after President Kaba, that was in 1997, the rest of President Kaba, I think the only time we will really get in kind infractions now in 2023 November. So now that was really a glitch in our democracy. So for let them come restore and back and parties them agree, there are certain times you get for appreciate expedience over legality. I think so that the 90 happen. So with democracy consolidation journey, the greater good is more important. So we only hope as a governance observer this could translate into internal party democracy consolidation and externally we consolidate democracy. So internal party democracy consolidation, if we move from that point to they say, no, inside SLPP, anything President Bio talk na NEF court. There are systems where they talk in a delegate, then go for talk.
And what about families where lost loved ones? What thing go say to this?
So what is the greater good? The greater good now for we resolve for less alone go before. So then families and there should be ways for letting look at them conditions and address and get respite. But we get to look at the greater good. That's how I see it.
Okay, the minister need for go, but I want to get Dixon in view quickly. Then the minister can wrap up and left with Thomas. Then at the studio with me. Thomas, what do you think about this decision?
I think say reconciliation first of all. Now a very welcoming news for say we reconcile. But I believe say reconciliation without healing a problem. This is a classic example of which you could call elite bargaining. Classic example. Former President Koroma is a former president of this country. He's done well. He's a good man. Some people in the opposition will laud him. President Bio is doing his bit. He's been described as a gracious man, trying to extend grace to former President Kuroma, who was with them being bring calm. They see he get a seal indictment for a coup. And then suddenly we see an ECOWAS brokered deal in the guise of a, say, they go medical. And then we don't reach Naya outside. We see the discontinuation.
You expected this to happen?
I expected some form of reconciliation, but again, you ask an important question. We are talking about the greater good for Sierra Leone. It's good for Sierra Leone, but if always in this country, the victims and they suffer more than the perpetrators, there's a problem. Go to the immediately after the war. Some of we lost some people. I lost me that in the war.
Yeah, I know. May so rest.
You know, but the people the way the rebels them get DDR, they benefited more. The reparation program na Naxa benefited little to the victims. You get people and soldiers, police officers who stood to defend these states, the good of these same states. They lost their lives. I know of families who are devastated now. The breadwinner no dey. Government no make mechanism for let them survive. Apart from which they forget them, where them people and die as benefits. Do you think this is sending a good example to that young man we want for be a soldier, we want for be a police, for defend the state? I welcome the idea of reconciliation and we welcome for let and Kumadi in country, let feel free. But again, if that's so foot the money you, then he say you get for dig this so foot. Pull up before you, then at the healing process, where truth is supreme. You tell yourself true, nobody no vex. You understand? Before you put medicine at the so foot. But if you say no more, you put medicine at the surface, the heal.
So healing would have been for allowing for come face trial?
Well, perhaps that would have been good for him. As most other legal people in the state, it would have been good for him. For let it say, for let the courts declare our innocence. Or let of as other legal people in the state, for let they use section 46, or the court say, and will not see any evidence will dismiss this matter. Healing also would have been good for the people say, okay, let's consult. And people that will die, they're not boku. I think about 100 and something people. Let's talk to their family. Healing also could have been good for the commander-in-chief for get a message to the forces, the police and the soldiers. For tell them, say, this not for demotivate you now. This now for let bring this country together. This is bigger than Sierra Leone. Healing also would have been the commander-in-chief for address we. Because the attorney general, the perception of the Guinea like say act on your own. No, it's the principal advisor to the government and the president. You know they act on your own. The principal, the advisor, they tell her for do something. So it would have been good for the president to remember the president do national address.
Yeah.
Until we say
twice, even.
Until we say anybody where in name call go face justice. You know, I make ECOWAS the face problem of coup is because there is this classical elite bargaining in ECOWAS. I make countries like Mali, the Sahel states. They say they know they be part of ECOWAS. Democracy thrives where there is truth, where there is justice. That's where democracy thrives. So if we want to reconcile, we need to bring the victims on board. If we want to reconcile, the president need to address this nation back. Tell we say this is the path we are going. If we want to reconcile, not so the president will tell him party chairman for go get a few elders of the party say when I go talk to supporters. Or the APC get that no. Or member of parliament they say no. The president need for address and he need for also talk to the military men. Because there are young people out there who want to be military officers, who want to be police officers. We go out for defend the state, but if there are examples there, they say this country, not a country for vet for, we vet for Agis no, you lost your life in the process. Problem go there. We have to say the truth.
Mr. Minister, Mr. Dixon might be making a legitimate concern. How do you speak to the nation? The president twice addressed the nation after the coup? How do you explain to the nation and build them confidence?
I see. Now I wish I had more time because I really need to go. You know me say I really committed to time.
Yes, agree. I'm very sorry.
I run kaya, so
Yes.
other people they don't invite me. I've been giving them awards.
Yes, yes. So just close now. We can just
struggle
close. Yes,
for
we
that.
close this conversation.
But two things where I need for comments on. I happen to know the author of the seminal book called Elite's Bargain, Stephen Deacon of Oxford. I don't spend a lot of time with him. He will be very pleased for this Elite's Bargain. In fact, the whole point of Stephen's arguments is counter to it in my brother just put. So while they listen to it, they wonder if they don't read the book itself. The book, they say, for let any country go before, the elites then get for come together for within Mr. Lavadi just say, for the greater good. Then get for get a bargain.
They get for agree.
Then get for agree. The elites then for agree. That's called the bargain. That irrespective of waiting happen here, with the whole line here sacrosanct. Irrespective of whether they in power, whether no day. And the sacrosancy include things like reconciliation, peace, agreements on national development, the National Development Project. So the fundamental foundation of the points we just make is counter to the points we make. So that's number one, on the bargain question. Number two, the question of, if we immediately take all the steps here, we don't talk together before reconciliation. I'm actually a master's holder in international peace studies. I don't do negotiations. I don't understand. I don't need part of mediation efforts. All what he say no wrong. But I will say to him, you don't understand all the steps that happen. You see the whole country, we're all singing from the same hymn book. Anybody say that's peace. That's a lot of engagement will happen, including with victims and victims' family, including with the security forces. So for make a claim, is not wrong, but you don't get a full picture. That's number one. Number two. Number three, on the question of, the president don't say this. It will be legally wrong. You first get to take the legal steps. The president cannot preempt the AG when the matter dey na court. The AG are the only person who will engage on a matter where they in front of the court. So you follow also basic civic education. So the AG don't take the steps. On the question of whether the president get for address the nation, next thing is we get ECOWAS this week. This is it's a massive moment for the country.
Okay.
The president is not just going to address Sierra Leone. Wait, he's going to address West Africa, not once, not twice. And I will assure you, like I say, Thomas Dixon is one of the finest journalists in our country, and my brother, I really like and get beaucoup respect for. The point he's making, they are valid. But my challenge with her is, you don't bring them all together, say they all for what happened yesterday night before this morning. In peace, you take steps and you walk towards that.
I also wish you get more time for stay. But one final question while they ask you. No, Mr. Minister, please. This is a final question. Actually, this conversation, if this thing not been happened yesterday, the conversation we've been getting about the ECOWAS summit actually. But there was this question. I just want to clarify quickly about the amount for the conference center. You've been making statements. We'll post them. There were a lot of questions about the 124 million.
Correct.
And I want you to clarify.
So first, I'll be reports and I'll share the documents. Me on job, not to miss the negotiation room. The Minister of Finance share with me the documents. The first documents with the Minister share with me. Now being related to the conference center and the hotel, we've been to 86 million pounds with a clear financial structure. Now they add 14 presidential villas with all that and all the amenities. We bring the amount to 124 million, inclusive of the entire. I explained that yesterday at the press conference. So you see, somebody take one of the clip where they announce on that exchange for the facility they enforce, and then they announce me don't say 86 million different. It's fair because I actually did say it because I read it. I've been holding me full.
Inclusive.
Exactly.
Of
inclusive. Exactly of the other cost now.
Okay. But are we giving sovereign guarantee on this, right?
The states now the guarantee for the loan. And that make entirely I appreciate the IGR analysis. We consider like saying that the states they spend, but in this case the fundamental difference between this and OAU is in OAU they invaded the treasury and pulled the money there. In this case, ceteris paribus, the state is not spending a dime.
But the loan we are paying.
If you wake up this morning, you buy your foods, if you can't hire today, if all this way them call, there's plenty ifs. But a bank no they give that kind of money there if you don't first of all analyze the viability of the business, the viability of the risk and all that. And secondly, IMF not the follow-up after that arrangement day and disburse resources to Sierra Leone, even if we say Sierra Leone don't enter into a responsible, manageable, and prudent.
That is what I wanted to ask. IMF not so, in order against IMF conditionalities for this sovereign guarantee?
At all not, because in this case, like I say, now a private sector loan now we guarantee. We guarantee the private, we serve as a guarantor for the private sector loan in terms of servicing the private sector loan. The private sector, the business model capable for recoup the resources and repay the loan. You know, they affect to social spending, and you know, they affect to development spending, which is different. APC then cut half of the country in development spending, will affect the country for years. And the judgment of history is clear. OAU now lead to the destruction of the Sierra Leone economy. That's the judgment of history.
Thank you so much. You need to go. The minister need for left. We need for run. I know my colleagues can go the wait. Khadija and Mabel. I want for the minister need to go. But Andrew, you don't hear this argument. I see you now pull this actually this paper. We look at how ECOWAS 2006 avoided the mistakes of AU 1980. The minister just explained and commend IGR for doing a paper like this. But what's actually on the try for experience? Yesterday I get Dr. Mahmoud Idris and he gets a different view actually on this. But what's on the actually try for showcase?
You are not released yesterday. We share with me some of it.
Yeah, sure, we will. Yeah.
Okay, so basically, since OEU is not the biggest international summit we don't happen, since OEU not the first and for the heads of states together. So it been useful for them we compare 46 years ago with it happening now. You know, Sierra Leone don't adopt this philosophy, say we don't embrace democracy. And within that democracy it means say it will make we consolidate peace. It means an approach for how we bring development. And in fact, inside democracy, as Thomas Dixon they say, where elites and they actually bargain. That means say we agree say we get for go parliament. We agree say we can negotiate with differences then peacefully. So what thing we don't see inside the last 46 years, you know, we don't see coups we don't happen. We don't see war. We don't happen. But you know, so we don't practice 30 years of democracy. So President Bio and President Stevens, then they rule over inside different contexts. One they rule inside a one-party system, the other one they rule inside a multi-party system. So the basic argument we've been get inside that paper is if I follow look back, follow celebrate as a country. This not to I know call and say it's not SLPP victory. I know you call and say this not Sierra Leone victory. Because if you wake President Stevens self right now in grave, he say can't rule Sierra Leone at this time. The things he did in 1980, will society be allowed for do, you know they do them again. So if I follow celebrate like we sit on World 3 with the banter over which ideas right, it not be that ending. You mean get what you call the Internal Security Unit, ISU, they will call it ICTU. You get what we call the SSD, Special Security Division. So you call us Shaka Steven Dog. So that 10 day we been get, the state was so powerful, it used justice and security resources for control society rather than as a service. So right now we see in 2020, before 2023, we just the suspension of the Auditor General, it make the president almost lost his job. Just Auditor General. Let alone we get this context now in 1980 where we get the situation we say I don't know if you know this story about highway.
Yeah. Porkama even explained and yesterday.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So the person we now be the governor at the time, Sam Bangura, he refused for authorize the 200 million check. Then he was killed. So what you need for celebrate about this? Now I agree with the minister say a while ago. Now the financing model for let you go inside the vault at that time, you go take 200 million as opposed to the Lunge agreement. So we have to cancel the Lunge agreement.
But that's the point. How do you differentiate a sovereign guarantee we possibly can mean we could pay than directly going to the vault at that time and paying.
It's not just a mean we can pay. It means, in fact, waiting at the value for money for the negotiations. But there are two arguments there. The first argument now, waiting don't happen, as a country. How do we compare the context now to the context 200 years ago? In fact, had we spent that 50%, over 50% of the development fund, if you watch like dams and we be inside Africa, if we dedicate just 100 million to complete Bumbu now, we need top of electricity again. If we take 50 million at that time, 50 million at that time is about $200 million today. If we take $200 million, we invest in education, Sierra Leone will have been in a different place. So that's why we actually need for look back and say, let's celebrate this. The South effort for day now, me and you two, we get for critique this investment for ensure say there is value for money. The first concern with a lot of people get that I have as well is we know there is this whole idea of promoting decentralization. Let's do investment at the northern region. But the question is, if you handle investment in Lunge, should it be at the airport? Waiting at the encumbrances where people then will get for let them access facilities at the airport? Is it because we want for join the airport facility with the existing contract, and already the contract itself, I see some Sierra Leoneans and they actually left here for go take flight na Guinea because the way they argue say the way the contract was constructed is cost prohibitive. So, but that's an argument for another day. We actually need to get a session after this for let we see how do we ensure value for money? How do we ensure sustainability?
But that's the point. This is an investment with the expectation, with a sovereign guarantee, with the expectation that it will make money and things not go bad and the responsibility come to government again. But it's waiting you to say so. These are the concerns that this could be a project that will not accrue the amount, the loan where they don't take for able to pay the debt, right? So it will be a responsibility of government as well.
Yeah, so it's an alarm signal. So because at the top of the thrust of the paper, with thrust of the paper is so how the democracy journey don't take we and the at the wish for a day where you go get I think say I own them at the top but just not between President Koroma and President Bio. I wish for a day where we will get APC and SLPP go. They actually agree. How do we provide water? How do we provide this?
The elite bargaining.
The elite bargaining. Because that's really what is good for Sierra Leone. So I will get my party, I will get this, but let's see how do we stop the corruption? How do we provide healthcare? But the point where they be now, we they see more of elite collusion than elite bargaining. In the sense, all of them laws there, they actually pass through parliament. Like that agreement with the talk about. So you don't go free anybody for say when you go through it was checked, and I only wish they work out same way opposition they work out and they actually work out for the NTR. It's not and they just work out because there is something with the against me party, but there is something against Sierra Leone. Like if you did negotiate a contract where people they really get concerned about, so you talk to me, I cannot stand, I know with the part of this, I'm going to work out. When you work out with that conversation, you know what thing will happen? Automatically civil society they back you because those are the things we stand for. So if time for let the bargaining be around how do we improve growth Sierra Leone rather than how do we collude. So you can see there's a lot of collusion. All Lunge Adam Column, the toll road, who don't critique now, we talk about the losses. It was those in 2016 and 2015 they were passed by SLPP and APC, even though APC was in power. So you get the airports, all of it. So we want for there to be more of bargaining for development than colluding against development.
And I'll come back to you. Dixon, yesterday you published, New Age newspaper published, I just read the front page of this. It was very interesting. I say $71 million sovereign guarantee loan for Julius Maada Bio International Convention Center. Who pays if things go wrong? And that's the question I was asking the minister actually. What do you think about this whole agreement?
So quickly before I come to this whole agreement, the minister take a minimalistic look at the elite bargaining and political deals. And we'll take a look at them from development point. So you get the development point we want for actually pitch up in this argument. where they say the elites are bargaining for provide water. There's a national development plan, for example, low bargaining. Devoid of whose government can have power, but in the next 5 years or 10 years, we don't provide 100 megawatts of electricity in this country. But you also have an elite bargain on the downside. So that's at the time.
Yeah, on the wrong side, on their own benefit.
So coming to your question, and I think he say IMF agree with them. IMF they against sovereign guarantee. That's a fundamental point. And we get for note say, despite this debt not in a government book, there is what economists will call contingent liability. Now me stand guarantee for this money automatically if things go wrong. Now me they get this. Most of we debts they all get so. Now private sector being go take am. Government it is against this background I make IMF stop sovereign guarantee. Government me they give them sovereign guarantee. So man they go take loan say what open factory. Or let government give a sovereign guarantee go take this money. And the banks and they give they no say na government at any time they if you pay government run away. Government run away na the states. So and they give you. And how the loan they accrue interest. So for example this $71 million where they take so for do this Julius Maada Bio Convention Center now $86 million. The private sector FB Group now an extension of SUMA. So the people who get the airport and then they do this convention center and then come with this and they do the hotel where subsequently where now this all $124 million all there about where subsequently now Hilton go can run na Lungi. So then people here now they go take this $50 million and then they ask government
stand guarantee for
we let we get the balance money and government did. So if anything go wrong, it talk about conditionality. First issue, if we no say we are getting into election, maybe another government will can say this deal. Well, we need for investigate them. This money we don't see. Problem not begin come. Maybe something else will happen. Because they say they know they make profit.
Yeah.
They're able for pay the money within the time frame. Government go and they go back to government books. They talk about say IMF don't disburse money. Let make them correct. That correct anaya. As at July 10, IMF report. IMF say the $31 million go come in the fourth quarter. I'll let the minister go read them. That means go come around September, October, and December. Because even some conditionality where IMF been given, the government are not fulfilling. Like for example, for let we reserve back in the bank. We're not able to reach the 3-month reserve when about $400 million. We're not able to reach it. So the reserve there about 1.9 months. So for now we can sit down here, there are lots of things we could do with. So we can even involve private sector. So we can do with water.
So you
say una can run Guma Valley for we. Una can create a new dam where go supply not just Freetown but the country as a whole. Then una go dey take money. Now una go dey collect money.
Through PPP.
PPP.
Yeah.
PPP not against PPP.
So you think having a new conference center at Lunge isn't viable? Even though we for host ECOWAS summit.
I think it's viable for us get a conference center in Lunge. But like you always say, counting the cost. At what cost are we going to have a new conference center and presidential villas? There are several things where the people of Lunge will need. They need pipe-borne water. If you can't you don't travel. If you can't na Lunge na the airport, some of the light. Fontaine. You all Lunge know the light. What you don't do with regards to that? Make to understand there is a $40 million solar energy project. I don't know how they have gone with it.
Yeah, I see them then on somebody from Lunge this morning.
So there are a lot of things that should be fixed in Lunge. I'm not against it. The government they try for position Lunge as an ECOWAS depot. The government they try for position Sierra Leone as a touristic destination. No citizen in a right mind will go against them. But what we are saying, we are looking at the cost, and as Andrew say, how this deal, how do this deal. Una been make other people, for example, if not to be FB group when Asuma been do have certain other companies, the same government may say, okay, let we open them up, let other people and certain them from income with least amount.
Or the price for being reduced.
But na suma, na they orchestrate the idea, na they come with the deal to government set ka hook, line and sinker, they go to a parliament. You don't want to know what is happening in parliament. They go to a parliament. Even if the opposition them, and we talk about the opposition, even sometimes, even if the opposition they say this thing not correct, then you always say that parliament opposition gets their voice, majority get their ways. So even if the Allah telling they say okay, let's subject them to vote. So most times the opposition can say, "Well, don't no bother."
Okay, Dixon, I come back to you. With a move to quickly, I mean, don't schedule forget Claude Bami Davis, when the public relations officer of Lawyer Society, for explain to we waiting na nolly prosecute na zo denkola
nolly prosecute.
Nolly prosecute where the AG used for discontinue this matter against the former president. For we were not to Yulan colleagues, the people who they watch you and listen to we this morning and we there. Waiting the trigger this and waiting the mean, legally. Good morning and welcome.
Good morning, Lamona. Good morning, Sierra Leone and all over the world viewers and listeners. It's good. In fact, I appreciate this opportunity where you give for can explain to the layman, because just yesterday after the social media was flooded with this information, I get people that we make several calls, text messages, asking, say they don't understand. Yes, nolly prosecute, this is a power where the Attorney General and Minister of Justice get from the 1991 Constitution. In fact, Section 64, we set up the Office of the Attorney General, and directly Section 66, now mention the powers of nolly prosecute. When means say the prosecution, the Attorney General get that authority during a criminal trial for come and tell this court say, do not prosecute this matter anymore. In simple terms, that is what the Latin expression means. Nolly prosecute, don't prosecute, or unwilling to prosecute. Now, it exercise that power there in own determination of whether there is insufficiency of evidence for make enough proceed with the prosecution of the matter, or whether it looks say the prosecution normally they go in a way where if or go. But then the crucial bit of it refer to Section 45 of the Criminal Procedure Act of 2024. Clearly, that power under the Constitution is transferred to the Criminal Procedure Act by Section 45(1). Now, the bit where we for consider that the discharge of a matter or an accused, nor they serve as a bar, nor they operate as a bar for prevent or for stop subsequent charges of that same person on those same facts. That is the law. So yes, in as much as the Attorney General get the power for can say do not prosecute, but it is temporal, he has the right to exercise the powers for recharge or reinstitute an action against the same person subsequently.
Starting all over again, or it's the same matter that continues?
Starting all over. You can start all over because you don't discharge this, you don't discontinue them. After time, if you think, say, oh, I can come back, they go file back on the same facts before the court. Let me read the section, and they explain them whilst I read them in Creole for people then.
Sure, please.
So section 45, subsection 1 of the Criminal Procedure Act, it say, the Attorney General and Minister of Justice can enter nolly prosecute either by a statement in court or he inform the court in writing, say the state intend not for continue with this proceeding. And when do that, the defendant shall at once immediately be discharged in respect of the charge for which the nolly prosecute don't be entered. But if the defendant don't send an a correctional center, then go release her from correctional center. Or if the defendant they on bail, as in the case of the former president, right? A recognizance shall be discharged. We see by the notice where the Attorney General say, and the recognizances are hereby discharged.
Then the one that will be stand for.
Yes, we stand as shorty for and all. Now, this is the bit. He said, but such discharge of the defendant, we don't stop this matter, we don't release them, we don't say, for now, case no day. He said, shall not operate as a bar to any subsequent proceedings against him on account of the same fact. Shall not operate as a bar. So, because I don't discharge you now, no means say, I not go come back. If I want come back, for on the same fact there, for can charge you back in a court.
So, on this matter, there is still something hanging.
Oh, yes. You see, unfortunately, we not been there at the room of negotiation or what transpired. But again, there are two ways we they exercise nulli prosecuted for discharge. You get discharge without prejudice, where this is the case, right? Because of the provisions within section 45 subsection 1, so it is a discharge without prejudice, meaning the person will get the complaint, we get the case, can come back against you. But you get instances also where they get discharge with prejudice. That may happen when the court say there is some egregious or blatant prosecutorial misconduct. Like sometimes the prosecutors they were blatant, then they not handle the case matter, then the case properly, and the judge or the court can order that the accused be discharged with prejudice, meaning you cannot come back. But in this case, by the provisions of section 45 subsection 1, it gives the authority again to the Attorney General for come at any time. I see a newspaper, an honorable member, people are misinterpreting this. Somebody writes, an honorable member of the newspaper say, former president has been granted clemency. There is no clemency in this. Clemency is when somebody has been convicted of an offense. So this is not clemency.
How could this have been handled in a better way, where we not go revert back to this, or not look like say, okay, come, we'll not trust you like Dr. Blythe and say maybe, and we might take up this matter again. Legally, how could it have been?
Well, Naimeka State say we not there in the room, and I hear you they ask the Minister of Information if this is something we should trust that the Attorney General no go invoke that authority there for come again with a fresh charge on the same fact, but not able to answer that. Now, I can only say, based on what they may have negotiated, there could have been a quiet undertaking. When the Attorney General for tell we that an undertaking, say, okay, we are dropping the charges and we would not come after you again on the same fact. That is between them. They could have done that. So, because, I mean, it's no secret that there were negotiations, there were engagements for making they reach out to this. Even the former president in statement, he mentioned people. We should say those people have been involved in getting this result. So the discharge, the discharge alone does not permanently absolve any subsequent charges to be proffered against former president and
okay, Claude, I'll come back to you. This is an interesting perspective on within the law say. It's good that people understand, because myself yesterday I reached out to few lawyers. I've been want to understand within section 45 clearly they say, and within in vain. Finally we understand that as much as we all want national cohesion and peace. Andrew, I can tell you quickly about the sustainability of within we get right now. And within I see the documents, the paper, they look at lesson learned from the OAU, and how could we not repeat same? What do you think say could be the lessons learned from OAU, and how could we avoid tomorrow bamba the other person can do a paper say we hosted ECOWAS and at the mistake then they will make, and this is what it's costing us as a government. Dixon don't paint a picture of waiting even when it is spent directly on this project mean, but how it mean, what it mean to the government in case anything go wrong.
So I know we take away from the contrast. That means this way thing happened in 1980 compared to what happened today. There's a big contrast. It's huge. Like I talk say, if you wake President Stevens today, you talk say can't rule Sierra Leone. The thing that happened in 1980, they happen again. And I can say kudos to we, na civil society, kudos to una the media, kudos to the opposition. So if I for that we do that paper for that we celebrate what democracy can do. The thing that democracy does is they bring pressure. They call them democratic pressures, where they make that negative instinct we most man they get, with power they give. Political scientists they call them power corrupt, absolutely. But so now that democracy they do, they bring them pressure then they. So it not go happen again like I be in 1980. But I take your point. So even though it not go happen like I be in 1980, but there could be problems with this.
But
so,
how do we improve governance and accountability on things like this? How do we do that? How, because these are the things. How do we understand waiting our direct involvement in this? Explain sovereign guarantee, waiting it mean directly, like Dixon is saying. I see it in the paper, the argument is accountability level somehow is better now than today. But how do we improve it further?
I think to Dixon's point about elite bargaining, I believe that get for be the first step we Salon for take. We get forget the two major parties and actually agree on how governance and accountability they work. If civil society and the media we can cause noise for all we care, but the institutions that we for really checkmate the state. Now I make you get them 3 branches of government. If the executive is not be held account by parliament, if we not get a strong parliament, if we just get a rubber stamp parliament, I see Dixon they talk about no, you can talk to the opposition can say this. Let us stop the collusion first bar. Let we really get people and when they talk say this time a position on this, and like how they talk, we can get workout. People in the stage workout. Let them stage workout on water, on electricity, on that here, and you go see say what thing happen. That will even broaden the base of opposition. But we get this situation inside the party. Them it's more ethnic-based politics, identity mobilization instead of really policy-based conversation. So I may feel say for let we improve that one. It's not just about how one journalist or one civil society go dig out. But how papers like this and papers where Dixon and the pool, it become an evidence where Parliament the debate for talk say no action should be taken on this. So
is there the willingness on that part? Because for more I do the paper on Toll Road, what I mean, and there's been I remember I was one of the MPs then I make that commitment this year and go look into it's not past 3 months up till now we've not had any conversation around.
So now that make it fine. Let we raise the conversation on the election where they come. Now that make I don't know if you will follow Roots. The Roots campaign they actually talk say we got to raise the election conversation. Let it be about the economy. Let that person in a McKinney and the person with the bowl. We let them know say if the iron ore with the common at Tonkolili, if they're not managing and fine, if the Roots are with the common at Moyamba, with majority the votes for SLPP. Majority in the iron ore area they vote for APC. If they not manage and find you continue to be poor. So how do we ensure the citizens are brought on board that kind of conversation for say with power dinner with hand. Watch the song where the young people and sing. He say now you now get for solve this problem here. Because like I say people then they become faithless. We don't do a lot of studies on Afrobarometer where they talk about trust in institutions. Trust don't decline. To some point, the current trust in justice is about 36%. Only 36% of citizens that actually believe say where I go court I will get justice. Only 19% actually believe say police go cover me well. So, but the only way for revive them trust them because it's actually complicated because not a one side fits all argument. You get forget. It's a multi-scale strategy we need for let you actually fix this. At the level of the elites, especially the one they within the parliament, for let them agree say now this will happen. And that's why to me, any day I welcome President KOROMA in Kawan because let we lower the temperature. we get bigger conversation we forget on water than then distraction there. We would get protests, we would get this. Some people and they who side in the feed right now, then they feed on this division. So then that make them not feel say in fact there are other conversations beyond SLPP and APC. There are many other conversations. So what you really need, we need more technically sound conversations. I've been there on AYV yesterday. Then they talk about how do we get the parliament be strong?
Yeah.
And I see parliament they talking now about even one for increase the wages.
Yeah, then welfare.
But me go really want for the parliament they say we want for increase of staffing, we research staffing, so that we could actually talk on the basis of evidence. Increasing welfare for what? So if I for like increase money for like do you work well for salon, not to just wait till they take home. So me feels there is quite a long way for law we go, but me feels say the first thing it behoves politicians for law move beyond this north versus south, this ethnicity versus this. But for law even begin to talk about that longer airport we talk about this contract. How do we make this contract better? So be fair to Salon, Salon is actually evolving. But because right now we don't begin forgetting conversation and the when you watch you had call it your Facebook page, you first time like you see you just see people and waiting they say no look that Lavalina Mende down there na SLPP you see northern names they begin cuss you understand that, but we see say over time denting and they because we they really observe governance it don't they fade away a little bit.
Okay.
So I believe say we President Koroma don't come and SLPP we not only talk say left APC for can SLPP or left SLPP for go APC. What you need now for let APC correct APC. Let SLPP correct SLPP mistakes. Let them become strong institutions for deliver results.
Dixon, yesterday I get Paul Kamaranaya. One of the things we say, gets experience, he was a student then we'll get OEU and all that. But so I mean, as a journalist in your perspective now that the late President Shaka Stephen wanted to satisfy his ego. The one for sure say is this powerful man in the same category of Nyerere and Nkrumah and others. Are we doing an ECOWAS summit because we have the chair, or it's the same elite bargaining and the elite showing things we can do and not considering the constraint of the people?
I think it's because we have the chair. It's the same posture as President Shaka Stephen. Shaka Stephen, the Nyerere, the Thomas Lumumba, these were independent father. They were part of the struggle for independence. Shaka Stephen was part of the struggle but was not the leader at that time. So these people, they were very popular, not just in their country, but across Africa. They read African history, they read their names. Unlike Shaka Stephen, and he was the chairman of OEU. So he went for pitching himself up to the level of those people. So it's more of an ego. Coming to President Biya is a chair. The chair, being the chair of ECOWAS does not mean we will not go host the ECOWAS summit in Nigeria, for example. We get the conference, we'll just go open ECOWAS headquarters. Perhaps we'll say host the new ECOWAS headquarters. But the president wants for host personal ambition, the ambition of Sierra Leone, in AO view, that this small country, Sierra Leone...
Is it not position in Sierra Leone?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The ambition of Sierra Leone, in AO view, positioning Sierra Leone as a small country, where they try for project itself as a touristic destination, is another consideration in the mind. But if you want actually for promote tourism in Sierra Leone, the big infrastructures are good, but the small things also are very good. The water, good road network, electricity, those basic things, they are very good. In Lunge, they are lacking.
Yeah, but they tend to make Lunge as a new city and starting somewhere.
They are trying to make Lunge as a then they fast track this ECOWAS summit where they happen this weekend. Try for put things together, let this thing come off fine and blah blah blah. Because you cannot come with presidents, people and presidents them. You can't cross an water. For Kana Bitumani, for example. Bitumani send the suite, they're not bokudi. Presidential suite, they're not bokudi. So you therefore create, that's why they are doing the conference center and presidential villas.
The holding centers and all.
Yes, so that they go do it. Because these are people coming, you cannot use custom and they get for crowd security and also. So some will just come and it's a day conference. The 18th, I think the presidential summit is the 18th.
The 19th.
The 19th
on
and
Sunday.
discuss and go. So Lunge, position in Lunge, this thing we don't need in mind of not just President Bio, but President Kaba, President Anes Baikoma, for let Lunge become a good place. For let Lunge become like a second capital. For extend the city towards Lunge. You not just need an hotel. Lunge need a functional, even if we cannot do the bridge, a functional ferry.
Yeah. I was looking forward for sea.
Well, I need to understand there is a $70 million project.
Yeah.
Another $70 million loan for a ferry.
I think we've been connected to this old
We're connected to this conference, but I not see don't come it.
Yeah.
But there is a project, a loan where they take now one of the banks, amounting to $70 million for a ferry. I don't have the details, so I make a no call name. But you look at one of this recent World Bank report, they say we go above the ceiling of $100 million loan.
Yeah.
We make the funding we at $1 million with the alala for say the cam. They say now na the third quarter, last quarter. Where even that last quarter they will get to election. Not just the World Bank, not just the IMF, even the EU budgetary support now on that.
How do we get, I ask Andrew that question, to the level of transparency and accountability in the thing there? You know, I mean, I talked to some members of parliament, they were telling me, waiting kind of parliament, no, not showing with the agreement of the construction of that place, not showing like then they see. But you know, parliament back, like we say, the elite bargaining, you guys are the people, they no one come out and talk because they know only they look like they're
no, you get so many ruling party MPs that we go get reservation. But
yeah, they do. Some of them have reached out.
You get we go say this I get a problem with this thing. This is not the problem. For example, I say in terms of accountability, how many companies we government reach out to? Say one for them get PPP. Maybe they don't. That is why they can always say forbid. You open the platform so that people you look for the most responsive and the most value, the most company will give value for money. But this is, as I say, is an idea of Suma Group. When then they run the airport for a very long time. So they say if they run the airport, this area not get a befitting hotel. So let's do a conference there. And government in mind for an ECOWAS in mind for make the old airport an ECOWAS depot.
Yeah.
So that one day the trigger then kind of thing and this. So then people are the come. Who side they get for day? Let's get a befitting, so let's make more money. That is the mind of the businessman. So the government in position now for say, okay, that's this idea is brilliant, but let's open up. Let's call other players there. Let's see which we go get. That's the first thing. Before ever you take, because the parliamentary and them, when they get agreement, go just read them. So man go make basic research. So man go ask question and go say no ask question. We saw few months back. On this import-export now Ataki. One member of parliament raised question. He got backlash. If up till now they wait for a position, bring up the motion at parliament. He raised the motion, but for put it in writing. We not see it.
Because the attack.
Because the attack. So you get would they live now a state? This old idea of division, democracy call for diversity. What we call division. Always they say this division or diversity go there. In the United States, when a democracy don't practice democracy for over 100 years, the diversity they get states then America when a Hispanic state, then they vote for Democrats. You get states in America when these that are well educated, they get more technology, they will not vote. That is their orientation. So I agree say we get for talk about the things that we matter more. But this idea of SNPP APC, it go there.
It go continue.
It go continue. And if when you watch, when you follow Facebook and social media, the people are well educated more. And they perpetuate the one that were more educated and they perpetuate this division. And the way Thomas Dixon go don't talk, they say, and the name way they say as soon as APC now Western AI. You understand? So they are doing it more. So for me, I think say party them at the level. If one for reach to this democracy who they talk about, that internal democracy, let it begin.
Acceptance from them.
Let them begin accept this, let them go vote and get correct.
Andrew, you want to say quickly?
So no, and I think so Dixon right, but there are just a few things I want for polish. When you look at the division as alone and you look at the division in America, they're quite different. So democracy really means it will be a pluralistic state. But that division get for be on philosophy, not on identity.
The political ideology.
Yeah, political ideology. Unfortunately, not to Boston versus Kansas na America. If somebody come on a college, you go talk say me. The moment you talk to one party, say me, I go get. I will give boku money, tax waivers to millionaires because then we're able to raise a lot of jobs for let you get job. Or no, I will give boku money to small businesses because through small businesses you will get job. You will actually see the philosophy on that one day. So it's actually ideology driven. Now that one day that we need in a salon. This division will get if I follow talk about them because it's unhelpful. When you go the way Parliament for operate, Parliament for marshalling argument because they do marshal argument na Parliament, not to one person, a single MP in argument for sway. So where opposition don't get position on something, you see say the opposition leader and they summarize the argument. So on this issue, this is our position.
Yeah.
So we are not seeing that. And if I follow at the heart of democracy is the role of the opposition. Because if the opposition becomes stronger, and now that they really need, if it becomes stronger, you see say salon the 14s go change. We civil society, we media, we all them put it together self. The day where the opposition they talk say this is the way we want for let things go, salon go be a different place. So that's in the way they happen, not only just in APC as opposition, but SLPP back up the opposition. There are concerns with people let me get to Bernadette lie. So why they give in to waiting to happen? Yeah. So we actually need a firebrand parliament, not a rubber stamp parliament.
Okay.
Wait until they go the all man go talk saying that this all one.
Yes, Dixon.
Quickly on that, the opposition becoming stronger. I think there are ways we can do in our states. Now, Salon Nayada, the ruling party, and they be the chair of the Parliamentary Account Committee. In other countries, are the opposition leader and are the chair because in they watch with a critical eye. I know they say Naya Honorable Tawa content now because now when income recently now begins to Parliamentary Account Committee to the point that one of the reports, fiscal reports, they praise them for raising over $2 million we they don't misuse, we cover back. So, but in other countries, that's one way for you to make opposition stronger. Put them in transparency committee, but you don't go put ruling party person that as chair.
Appetite don't go there for scrutiny.
Yes, you don't put on a pack. Like the way they call don't sign so this unity for agreement. One of the recommendations for let an opposition chair opposition person be chair of the electoral committee for scrutinize election. So then critical.
But you see the dragging for setting and they up.
Yes.
There's been back and forth.
If I don't stagnate this whole agreement, this whole electoral reform, because the opposition no one for giving that power. For let an opposition MP chair that committee.
I can say interpretation of we lost them and always we can get we learn them. Yesterday I've been to talk to somebody. I actually been to look for a lawyer for interpret this whole thing. I reach out to a few people and someone they say no, I don't get involved into the until I reach out to Claude and he say yeah, let's do it. Claude, I want to ask on this issue, what in something like this mean for we justice system? This morning I open up phone line. A lot of people in call say this is about trust. How do you treat everyone equally under the law as we believe? You get people already serve sentence. Way na the same issue them go through. People away go court, then charge them, go court, then convict them. Waiting model like they were we don't they call elite bargaining mean for we justice system somehow.
You see the thing about powers, especially like one like this, na the exclusive discretion of the Attorney General. Okay, so if ordinarily, let's say me and you get matter, I carry you go court, Lamrana, carry you go court. Then you reach a point where I say, you know what, I don't want to prosecute Lamrana again. I mean, this is private criminal summons, for example, right? I say, Lamrana, me no want for push these proceedings again against you. I can drop the charges. And then we not proceed. So that means the complainant na exclusive right for drop charges. So it is the same. The Attorney General in your wisdom thinks at this stage, if I enter nully prosecute, not for prosecute. And we cannot go beyond this point because it is part of the law.
Does it also question now high profile cases?
Yes.
It's a public interest matter. We got people who serve sentence for 100 or so years. Does it question credibility, especially when it has to be a compromise, a matter? If you read the statement them, like the minister say, if you watch clearly, you see say there's been engagement for address this issue.
Yes.
People and they don't die. There are families that are grieving, looking forward for get justice. Does it help in questioning the trust in the criminal justice system where the elites can have their way?
Well, it's so unfortunate that in this circumstance now we talk about an elite or a former president. But this is a right that is applicable to every case. It is a right where the Attorney General can exercise in every matter. How we exercise them, that's left to you see, I cannot at this stage or at this point say, well, he choose for do one because na this person. But he's got the right. And how he exercises that right is up to him. Okay. As I say, it applicable to every case. When I state yes, not the law, it applicable to every case.
Okay.
For make the Attorney General enter null prosecution and say, don't prosecute this matter. Okay. Stop it and let the accused be discharged. He gets that right. But again, I want to make this clear. Say, when you don't get issue of discharge, it is not a verdict of not guilty. Right? It is not a verdict of not guilty. And it is not a complete dismissal of the matter. So, for make we think say, oh, discharge don't mean say there is nothing. It may mean they cannot come again against former president. It may also mean they can come again against him again. So now we therefore set this clear. Because I mean, ordinarily some people are even jubilating. It's good. Yeah, I mean, we welcome. It's a step in promoting peace, cohesion. It's a step. But I mean, they follow the program, and there are issues of whether it is genuine or not genuine. That we cannot tell.
Okay.
Now I make us say, if we've been there at the room, maybe we will know waiting exactly waiting at the bargain.
Yeah.
But at this stage, we don't know. And maybe sometimes the Attorney General, because of their issues here, where people raise issues of trust or whether this is genuine, he can come and say, yes, we have discharged former President Anesbai Koroma, and we will not prefer charges subsequently.
And he'll be on record. Yes, Andrew?
No, I think, correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not a lawyer. I don't intend for be one. So, correct me if I'm wrong. I think, this issue of injustice to victims is being overstretched. I think, beyond President Koroma, Wayne being one of the accused, you don't get people in where they don't face prosecution, they don't face trial, they are now in jail, they don't face. So for they not do justice to victims, I say President Koroma, sometimes if the trial before don't be, therefore don't as well acquit them.
Yeah.
You understand? So they say no, we they discontinue at this point. So it doesn't mean, I think they overstretch this point for justice not done to victims, where people in prison currently. Then they
but those people can say, okay, we went through this, we were accused, we were tried, we were sentenced.
Which one then?
The one that were the prison could say, why not?
They are not the victims.
I'm not saying they're the victims. I'm just saying they also could question the criminal justice system, that they went through the process they were.
Injustice has been occasioned against me because I have that man has not been fully tried. You see, I think let me mention this. You mentioned whilst at the follow-up the program before I come. About Sylvia imposition using section 46.
Yeah.
I don't know what is in Sylvia's mind, but I think waiting in the try for point out now that section 46 of the Criminal Procedure Act say if you don't be acquitted or convicted for an offense, you cannot be tried again. Maybe in your own thought now that it would have been better you go on with this trial, you acquit former President KOROMA, if that is a way of settling this issue. I don't know, but I'm just interpreting what the provisions say. Say maybe you get a trial, full trial, you acquit him. If he is acquitted of those offenses as charged, then he cannot be retried. So case done. You have been acquitted of the offenses you were charged with. I think that Sylvia, in your point, than the way you mentioned, say it could have been sorted out by section 46 rather than by section 45. Because section 45 there is a hanging. But again, would you want to go through the trial? We know all the attention the trial been gets and all the issues of security and all of that. Sometimes the states itself don't consider saying, okay, let us use this fourth step.
Dixon, quickly, I want to take one story while we end with.
Yes. On the issue of whether we are overstretching the aspect of justice. No, we are not overstretching the aspect of justice. You know, any nation with depriving people from truth, now a problem. That's why we had the Truth and Reconciliation Commission. For you get genuine peace, you get genuine reconciliation. The truth first will be established. You understand? So that is the question we are asking. I read Sylvia's piece this morning. What he is asking, what in this true or no? Definitely there were charges against Ernest KOROMA sealed. We do not know. Only the elites that they know him.
And you mentioned what the president be saying.
And the president be promising people say anybody where in name. I remember we go that the Waterloo and go bury them. Instead, anybody we name go face justice. You understand? And don't forget say in we democracy we been get after TIs we get special called those who bear the greatest responsibility. You understand? People were brought to book. For example, we go say now that just one person and we don't try other people before. So let us just say just one person. One person itself, it can mean a lot to the victim. For me, this is a good step for bring peace. The thing we need to talk about now, this go give confidence in we institutions then tomorrow. Like for example, the military, the police, the judiciary. It go give confidence. Say, but now, them big case there, we not solve them. We not solve them in court. Now behind closed door, they go solve them. This is a classical behind closed door resolution.
I think so. You are being simplistic.
I'm not being simplistic.
The same way they give confidence to the military and the police, not to the President KOROMA in case. Let me finish. What's happening in November 26? You just get armed men, then workers. Some people they say they come out through Cambia, then can open the prisons. Then go to the armory, they go open them. Because with military, the police, they are not better resourced. So not the way to the top of confidence.
I think the issue of resources is another argument.
Let me finish.
Those people where they say those people where they say calm.
Let me finish.
They had when you follow the case, you get 7 military men who took part in the coup.
No, let me
don't just say people are just walking.
No, let me
Amen. No.
So we don't just do the National Development Tracker. The military, the security sector, it actually fail on both the development targets within the set. Within talk say we get for professionalize and we improve the military and the security sector professionalism. When you watch all of them grounds and the nothing with salon not the progress on. So this question here, I think, I say with the overstretch, some points really they are useful to be made, but for use and for illustrate the generality of how the military they face, I think say in wider governance, and I think say that's I don't think.
Who benefits in arrangement like they were? Who benefits actually?
If this lead, I agree with the learned person argument. If this, because the attention where that case been get. If this make all sides and free say, no, this one it not go be again. So the thing we accuse President KOROMA for, if those issues were legit, they talk say, no, I'm not going to do this again because I don't go suffer for this. If the states back for let you try a sitting president, you not actually get better grounds. If this make all sides afraid, I think say then one benefit to salon they get because this lead to Boku instability. There,
should this lead us to another compromise? Like I say, from the Anti-Corruption Commissioner was here. It clearly states they still get a case against former President Koroma. There is another corruption case. Should we get to a point to say we go say, okay, is a former president for peace and national cohesion? Let's reconcile. Let's forget about it.
You get a lot of countries then where they can actually give presidents and clemency, say, for all which you do, because you know how you go even imprison President Nas alone. Which security you get for gather?
So are we saying any other president?
We're gonna say in terms of the anti-corruption matter you mentioned, I think say also that matter be not put on hold. Even when they want to interview the former president with the anti-corruption one go meet and McCain, you see you get a huge crowd of people away can shield them. But again, when the international community come inside and create a safe house, na some unknown location for the interview former president, that case is still there. I think it has to do with money laundering with shilling. A Chinese company shilling is still there. But again, what they try for say, you mentioned states the way then they give clemency to the president for most of them states that they're underdeveloped. Leaders should be accountable.
But US they do.
No, leaders should be accountable. US until Trump kind of power will come. Those cases are still there. Until when Trump come, there were processes for charge him. They investigated him. You understand? No, in France, Sarkozy is in court. It's why he's in prison. You know, but I agree.
Again, I want to ask, which of the elites all they talk about protecting themselves? You get
this ECOWAS. ECOWAS always they lead the process of peace. Then they use the Nigerian model. After all the coups in Nigeria, and not for jail you leaders always get respect and una can get disagreement. So that is what ECOWAS is doing in the region. Now it make you get states the way when they get coup, then they come out and say no one part of ECOWAS because of all of this bargaining what they see. As we talk now, I read a piece by Andrew Kiley where in the piece say what in at this after this bargaining, this compromise, what is it for our justice system? What is the implication for our institutions? Will citizens still believe in this whole idea of democracy?
That's about it.
No. So I think we make a conclusive statement now, as if nothing is expected to happen afterwards. By the provision of Section 45, it said this discharge not to a bar for subsequent proceedings. So if we say by exercising nulli prosecute, it means would it create some issues around the accountability around with judiciary or for people them we don't be charged of offenses? No. As I say, the provision say you can come again.
I don't think they will come again.
Well, so me and you not
continuous is this totally.
Me and you not there in that position. Therefore, say that
it will not happen again.
What I am interpreting here,
you are in position. You are the lawyer.
The criminal procedure. Nothing is
citizens.
You are biased. You are talking about
complete dismissal.
Why not extend this to other citizens as well?
No. So there is me not a lawyer. I can always say that day. So there is sometimes the benefits of legality and there is sometimes the benefits of expedience. Usa would as a state, what is in the best interest of Sierra Leone? That's my argument. It's in the best interest of Sierra Leone for now lower the temperature, for now begin for focus on development.
Are we not developing a culture of
it's not a culture.
Compromise?
It's not a culture. It's I'm not asked. Is this the first place? Is this the first instance of the exercise of nulli prosecute?
No.
So it has been exercised.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying.
And most times it has been exercised for the political elite.
That's the point.
Most times of
developing a culture. Outside we go say okay.
I could remember a case in an ECOWAS time.
We can get ECOWAS involved. We can get other senior citizens involved. Somebody writes something to say.
What is at stake? What is at stake? What is at stake? At stake.
Lamwana is a classical example.
No, at stake.
The Alpha team. The Alpha team corruption matter was charged to court. and a nolly prosecute from the Attorney General.
So that's what definitely there have been instances where nolly prosecution has been abused. Right? You understand it? Waiting. You see what happened from 2023, post 2023. In fact, we published one paper we call Party Agba, how politics they make Sierra Leoneans and the toxicity of politics they make Sierra Leoneans they actually sick. How do we lower this temperature? How do we? So I agree with you.
What's right?
What's he?
Allow people to do.
So why you feel say what is right is going to court? Why do you think that? Why you feel say the constitution include and for say there is a provision for nolly prosecution?
No, I'm not questioning the nolly prosecution. I'm waiting at the talk about
but
it.
What's right could be.
How do we get a compromise? If you read the statement and all waiting on the come out, the minister was here saying the president has been magnanimous in this whole process. The former president come out and thank the president, thank ECOWAS. Well, clearly they show you say before now we've reported that parliament they get
consultation.
Exactly, cross party. So it means things will happen. You'll have the elite, the politicians, sit and compromise, say, for let peace day, let's solve this problem this way. It's not actually in saying this is wrong. We did wrong to this person, not for do this. You understand what I mean? It's what lead to this.
That's one part. That's one part to take. That's one part. So you get different parts in the law provide different part there for solve this.
Yeah.
So if they don't take one part for solve this, we'll go talk say no. Doing what's right could mean doing what I think should be the solution.
So legally there were many parts.
If not to be able to sit down with the top of nolly prosecution.
No, legally there was one part.
Who are the beneficiaries of this? That's a general question. Who are the beneficiaries? What are the benefits from this?
Well, perhaps you go say the serenity of the state.
Okay.
When I handle the dwell on the peacefulness of Sierra Leone.
But what the assurance of that as well?
But me no say by the time we get to December facing 2027, it's going to be a political year. This whole saying, in fact, is even highlighted in the IMF report that the politics by 2027 is one of the risks to economic development. So when we go to politics, we will begin to talk about this peace, this reconciliation, because of the way we practice politics.
The fundamental point we talk about. We've not had this.
That's why this way they talk about it. Election.
So you go for.
So when politics become in the name of identity, than in the name of development or ideology.
That's the problem we've not
addressed. So you ask what are the benefits from this?
Yeah.
And there are many steps for where we actually cream the larger benefits from this. At the personal level, now President KOROMA, President KOROMA in the sense, the man like McKinney, it come McKinney, I wish it really come and sit down in peace. It come McKinney, it can't deal with his family. President Bio, you no go there as president. You immediate past president, he did in exile. I mean that's state theft of Sierra Leone in all good. The way come out to the generality, suppose we'll say this serve as a learning call for we.
Suppose it does.
Suppose it doesn't. We'll come back to it in the law and say it's not going to fall back.
So we go back. What benefits from this?
Andrew mentioned something about the serenity of the state. Okay, I think it's Dixon. Maybe all of those factors have been considered, say, during, because, I mean, it's no secret. The same way former President by KOROMA, they go on a court, the one whole city is security, flooded, Even you corner where you safe, permitted until that trial. So maybe then tension and they all don't be considered, right? And make they don't reach this stage. But me position I am that this nolly prosecute. Dixon they say, oh, they are not coming again. But me being a lawyer and knowing what in this the Criminal Procedure Act say, and no then a position for say they might not come with any subsequent charges against former President KOROMA, and nor they in the position for say they might come. But interpreting the provisions of Section 45, it means then get right back for calm. So we don't know if they consider the serenity of the state, or there is a grand plan, or na the negotiation we don't take place behind doors, we cannot tell.
Okay.
So it is crucial for make we know waiting na the nolly prosecute way the notice of writing where the Attorney General go don't give to the court.
Say why
yes.
okay.
Maybe if we get details of that notice of writing to the court for make it enter the nolly prosecute.
Whether evidence not there, right?
Yes, whether evidence not there, I mean the insufficiency of evidence or whatever it is.
Yeah.
But that I mean there has to be some reasons as to why they enter.
So that
nolly
comes to the issue of
prosecute.
accountability. Dixie was talking about, after the coup attempt, President Biya addressed this nation twice. Very serious statement he made, trying to reconcile the country as well, but as well assuring, even at the funeral, he assured the families and say, whoever is involved in this will be prosecuted. Andrew, should we expect the president for address the nation and be accountable and transparent with the people on this? Sylvia, Dr. Blyden was writing this morning, and she was even suggesting that there could have been meeting with the families. Let them understand how this they happen, why it happened.
Which families?
The victims, the people who died. The people are waiting, officers and they will die. How could they understand that? Say we need for accept say this they happen because of this, maybe the bigger picture. Will you think the president should address the nation?
Maybe that's in place. I mean, I see the minister they talked just now about the multiplicity of actions and who don't take place. Maybe the victims they don't meet the victims. Maybe they need for talk to them. Maybe the president, I mean, the president in the running state. Maybe he actually a day in interest for let he address the nation about this. Waiting me they do know as an analyst, I would actually dwell on the road not taken. Maybe the road not taken. If we not be not solve this, if we not be not reach to this situation, we say then talk say no, we don't waive this. You know what will happen? Now a nation still way in fate hang in the balance. Believe it or you leave it, President KOROMA is still a very influential figure in a country whose ethnicity now a big factor now politics. I believe say I wish I am correct. I believe say this could be an opportunity for law begin for lower the temperature. I think say what it behoves me and you too fine for the civil society and the media. They actually begin to talk about what this mean for we. Sorry.
What is expected? What do you think is expected of the president, former president, on a return on situations like this?
I think it don't take a very good first step. For thank everyone, and I think say, can I get water, please?
Yes, please. Bring water.
Whilst you are Tadi come, I think on the question of former President Kuma, I think it's good for him to be in Sierra Leone, to be in Makeni.
Okay.
After in post presidency, I don't see say they move. You get in peers and they with the Utam. So I think it's good for him. It's also good for President Biu. I think him and former President Kuma for sure. We need, if we talk about peace and genuine reconciliation, it should be shown at the highest level. Maybe I would say I'm now I see in Ghana where President Mahama in most of the holidays they go visit President Nana when at the opposition former immediate past president. And then for me, I think the statements that we then put out, it clearly they show the position of the former president.
Okay.
At the last line of this statement, it say a not averse to any genuine. He used the word genuine conversation on peace and democracy. So mean a one for participate, you want for be an elderly statesman in the peace and democratic process. Again, it also for the first time we see in a public notice, it thank the current president for in what way play. So we they expect from what Siba been say, we they expect a presidential address very soon, not just on this issue, but on the ECOWAS summit, and maybe you go get this issue inside there. You question about there is a question about reassuring the citizens of the state that this process It's not a way of undermining justice. This process is a way of peace and reconciliation, genuine peace and reconciliation, for address with the citizen, reassure the citizen of the state, and more importantly, reassure people in the security sector, reassure family victims, the family of victims, that this process is good for Sierra Leone. Because at any time, this thing now they go now with records for posterity. We would have to refer to it. When incidents happen, we will refer to them.
What will you expect of former President Koroma on in return?
I expect him to act like a statesman.
What could I mean, not getting involved in
the problem when they say act like a statesman, not me say right for be part of it, for the part of political party, not me say because you're a statesman, you know go party politics. Statesmen all over the world, in fact, I no more other countries, they form a president and then they endorse candidates, not just within a party, across party, and they endorse candidates. So for being a statesman, me say you can lend you advice to President Bio in some situations where go the face. President Bio can count on you thought process in some difficult problems away in the face. For be a statesman can me say also you can also share your views on issues where the state they face. For example, democracy, democratic issues, peace and reconciliation. You can also share your view. On sometimes within some kind of economic situation, you will not serve them. You can also share your view that you can be a statesman, but that does not mean as an individual, and the right of every individual, the law the constitution guarantee whether you are a statesman or not, an ordinary citizen, that you right for participate in any association we want.
I want to get on a thought on something. Let's play this report quickly from Parliament. So they close with them. I don't know. I just want to get on a thought on them as we try for close. We possibly for link to the ECOWAS summit where they happen na Bintumani. But let me take this video report quickly.
On Thursday, 9th July this year, the leader of government business, Honorable Matthew Sanyuma, be announced say he go move a motion when for improve welfare of members of parliament, especially the healthcare. He acknowledged say, despite the fact say the public no go like that, but in clear say na the fundamental rights. After some days, Honorable Matthew Numa, during a sitting on Tuesday, 14th July, will move a motion seconded by a minority leader, Honorable Abdul Kagbo, in order to get discussions for laden welfare improve. Where he be make in presentation, Honorable Numa compare Salome and other countries them in the region and say the healthcare of the MPs don't improve, emphasizing say na their rights according to the constitution of Salome.
Also to have a thorough review of some of the clauses for MPs. The one that is going to stand very prominent, Mr. Speaker, we are now doing sub-regional analysis of the healthcare for MPs. Mr. Speaker, I want the nation to judge us. I want people to say if we don't have right to have healthcare facilities. So we are going to take the sub-regional comparative analysis to present to the House through you, sir. Mr. Clark, take notes. Yes, thank you. These are some of the things I'm going to put forward to the House. I want the former fourth estate, Mr. Speaker, to write. As you have started writing, continue to write. They will not bless you.
The himself add in voice, Honorable Abdul Kabo say it important for prioritize the health of MPs as he say Boku MP don't they die because they're not able to get the money, and also say about 4 to 5 MPs in the previous parliament been developed serious strokes.
Nothing should be prioritized more than the well-being of the member of parliament. Cascading it to this parliament, Mr. Speaker, evidently we've seen a good number of our colleagues suffering from acute medical conditions. We have some whom we have struggled to cater for. To me, we'll have no reason to live if we don't stand for our welfare and we don't stand for our medical. So I want to support the leader of government business in ensuring that above and beyond every other thing, we prioritize the well-being of our colleagues. Today it is them, tomorrow it may be us. As young as I am, Mr. Speaker, I'm suffering from high blood pressure. Yes, I am. And a good number of our colleagues are under similar conditions because of the stress, because of pressures. So to me, regardless of what people may say, let us don't sit back and see our colleagues lose their lives unnecessarily.
Responding to the motion raised, the Speaker, Honorable Sengepo Solomon Thomas, vows say he go champion the push for lady welfare and conditions of MPs them be a priority. As he say, he don't direct the clerk for the healthcare insurance scheme where the well gets for debate and possibly approve.
Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues. Hold on, let me just respond to what the leaders have said and to inform members of parliament that we have discussed this matter about the health insurance of members of parliament extensively. We've had several discussions relating to this. The leader of government business and the leader of the opposition and I, and of course the parliament commission. And I had personally directed the clerk of parliament to work on a parliamentary health insurance scheme. And that one is far gone now. It's far gone. Mr. Clark has worked on that and he's doing quite well, he and his team. And very soon that one will be before the parliament commission for approval. Then I will all the leaders on the certain adjourned date to move a motion to that effect. Of course, we discussed it, but you know, Parliament is the house of law. When we would have concluded the health insurance scheme, then we'll bring that, all the leaders to move the relevant motion. The motion will be debated and approved by this house. Then we can put that into effect.
While the Speaker say the issue critical and call for urgent action, the public in Yai, they pandem as waiting go be the outcome of the move. With support from Kelfa Lakabo, me and Nafisa Sola and Kardin, and at the report for Scoop Media.
Many thanks to Nafisa too for the report today. Interestingly, yesterday, at this same sitting, the Speaker been tell members of parliament they begin reports them to them political party them for when they absent. So the Speaker they do a roll call now. A lot of MPs then can be absent. They call their names in the morning. Then go say present. Yes, everybody go answer. Andrew, I want to bring you into this conversation. Remember, IGR been the track the how MPs and they attend sittings, their participation and all. And remember the backlash. Some MPs came out and said, no, not so IGR work and the IGR. But, you know, MPs and the Speaker don't say yes and they set up a committee for look at their welfare. You think it's appropriate?
The Speaker just need for automate parliamentary attendance. You don't need for do roll call. Just automate it. When you come, you sign in, and so you didn't have parliament then. And you assign sitting fee to attendance. So you don't need that body. But you know, the conversation where they go on, it reminds me of 20 years ago, where President KOROMA was the opposition leader. In fact, the last bill with Parliament passed in 2007 was the same kind bill, but it was different. It was a Parliamentary Service Act. I remember how we did Westminster, where I take MPs then to Uganda, APC, SLDP. One of the things that we didn't discuss was that how come when I don't pass the Parliamentary Service Bill, actually President KOROMA and MB champion now one day. And normally, I wish I'm wrong. So you see, say, politicians think you want to secure the future after the current terms. So that was something I normally not see things say. There was belief say I get for some president. Yeah. But it was it was in 2017, 5 years after. They say why the Parliamentary Service Act not strong yet. And they say this because if the Parliamentary Service Act strong, most of NTR we talk about parliamentary welfare. Of course, the parliamentary service they go on right now, but there are ways where they measure parliamentary effectiveness. And if parliament become effective in terms of blocking leakages, in terms of scrutinizing the executive, in terms of making the right laws, like just the whole they talk about the contract them. If MP talks itself, no, one for pay we said 10 million, nobody no care about that. Because the fact of the matter is you don't seek public welfare. So I think say this argument, I think it needs to be reconsidered, because the first argument we make for B is how do we make parliament effective, and how do we measure that parliamentary effectiveness there? If there are a lot of ways that we can do interparliamentary union, Westminster, all of the one that they're affiliated with, they actually get indicators where they talk say, no, do this for measure. Believe me, if we get parliament effective, people like talk say with the HIPPO problem on the judiciary, but parliament will check the judiciary.
But they said and they under serious pressure. You know, you have honorable Abdul
You see MPs, then they go to Ministry of Finance for go lobby when they approve the budget. We don't go to certain parliament that will talk say, if this not happen, we won't approve your budget. You approve the budget. Why you know they make? Why you feel say na state house therefore dictate waiting they happen when they for oversee them? So unfortunately, that unfortunately the situation we will get. But I one for use this opportunity for just wrap up small, just 1 minute on President KOROMA. Me people say President KOROMA will come for join with a civil society. And a lot of ex-presidents, then that's the joy that they can get. If you go David Miliband, so you can go Barack Obama, you see say don't get in foundation, so they promote democracy. Some people like you talk say, they take cancer, they promote cancer. There are things where he been passionate about, where you not accomplish. It can come now, it begin work, say, let a day as a private citizen using me clout and push them. It can do a memoir, and that memoir President Stevens writes What Life Has Taught Me, Coming from the Brink by Tijan Kaba, and they provide a useful reflection on the things that we feel say, really, if I go back in our office, I will not do this anymore. And it make we all the learn. So there are quite a lot we can do. That's why I disagree a little bit with my brother. We talk say, me, I see a lot of value in this. If we manage and find, it can make the state become more effective in running itself.
Okay, Dixon, on parliament.
Parliament, I think, say first of all, I disagree with members of parliament. Members of parliament, the greatest motivation for being politicians should be service. Money not.
But you need the welfare as well.
You need the welfare, but money not for be the greatest factor. But we politicians, it's I make all this toxicity be because somebody they become wealthy when they in power. No sooner I go out of power, they become poor or middleman. So you say they get access to resources. And parliamentarian, before ever then for the talk about the welfare, should talk about the welfare of the people. It goes sadly you go know say teachers are being paid 1.2, 1.5 in public schools.
They not get health fund.
They not get health fund. Then they go to school every day. They get for go teach and they use chalk. We not get whiteboard now school there and chalk that they use. And they get effect on them. Nobody know they talk about the welfare, health fund and so on and so forth. You go to the nurses, the same doctors. The other tell the doctors them you want for strike.
Yeah.
Looking at the welfare. So I think the parliamentarians should consider the general welfare of the people. What's in the welfare of the people? Before ever they begin make demands. They mark you. When they be member of parliament, government they give them money for mobility. They go on mobility, moving for Bible.
Yeah.
Government they give them money. They not the budget. They get certain things that they go to them. So before now way you don't serve 2 terms. Now you the eligible to retirement benefits. Now as at 2017 where they don't only do the parliamentary welfare as at 2017. Similar formats. Later when they want come out and do it for secure the future. As first time MP, you subjected to benefits. Now. So you see somebody when an MP as 35, you get benefits even if you don't go to parliament again. They get benefits. So you look at all of this. We want to make their life good, but also that they right for also for make with the people and who they serve, they will life good.
Okay.
Like the teachers and also them for consider. Now we are the first quarter of this year. So I don't know. According to IMF, the revenue not enough. Will not meet target.
Yeah.
And by all indication, we are in the rainy season. We are not going to raise enough revenue. IMF, World Bank, EU, and other budgetary supports are not coming until the last quarter.
Is it the elites bargaining for themselves?
Well, I know the mission of parliament. IMF, what the minister they talk about.
Collusion is not bargaining. No.
Well, you might say
it's a development
you might say
No. When big say the green, how you interpret that?
you might say no collusion, but it's a bargaining for SSM benefits. As you rightly say, as Alex said, like they watch a feature, they don't show that member of parliament. Let not come mix. I don't do two time now. Sometimes they'll come back again. You know, so much we get for elevate the discussion to the level of the citizens. A parliamentarian is a government is more better. It's better than how in citizen are better.
Okay.
How you citizen and better and so you better. They say from the minority leader for say nothing should be prioritized more than the welfare of parliament. I disagree. Of members of parliament. No, I disagree. Nothing should be prioritized more than the welfare of the people. Water, roads, good health, good education.
But you know, to be fair to MPs, now I would do one survey. We'll ask the question, what you want the MP do for you? You want to make laws, you want me 64% of Sierra Leoneans. This is the Afrobarometer. They talk, say me, I want to let me MP give me money. That thing, the way we don't structure politics, like from 1978 to change from the one party constitution, the one party to the 1991 constitution, you know what happened? Them privileges them, they way MPs then lost. Like for example, they don't lost out to local councils because they look at
then they do development.
Exactly. So like if they get development budget and anything, but people and they still feel say most of them problems now the MP they solve them. So you see say post somebody don't kind of parliament after 6 months enable go in constituency again because of what they expect. So I believe say we actually need a broader conversation beyond just saying let's increase the salary.
Okay.
Because there has been a shift in the governance arrangement without considering how then they bring pressure on the institutions there.
Okay.
So yes, on the issue of that, I think say now then the members of parliament, the politicians are responsible.
Because then they promise.
And then they go talk now.
As man begin make.
And then they go talk now the constituency to sound.
If you don't make them
And then they go talk now constituency. No, that's only for the
to sound.
That's only for the truthful.
One more one take.
If you want to
begin to
community center. So the people they say like say, yeah, this is not do market. They don't begin to community center. They don't do market. So that then they buy this. If you no say me, you go tell them say me why they come. I for go make law.
You know what we know. That's how important the cost of politics. The money they spend in advance.
So what thing that happen with the one party constitution? You know say we get prime minister them. Prime minister we get dual system. Some members of parliament we are ministers. So they get huge budgets. So the your member of parliament and say okay, can meet if you know agriculture minister that make constituency so he can give you some small development money. So that's they are different. Look now members of parliament when be members of parliament want be minister they resign. So they need to explain this to the people and so now make me know say what why the people go demand money from you now because welfare not good.
System now okay me say agree
because welfare not good.
Job opportunity then they
if you welfare good and woman if you welfare good
true
they don't put it big you know what need for go tell member of parliament say but then the politician they both say and they pay for 500 pikin a college and they use them as pride forget the symbol so that thing on the mind so you know the people and the people get this thing then go eat you money first if you don't win this way you vote so always you win
there should be genuine reflection on how we will solve them. There is no linearity.
No, but Andrew, the point you want to make, getting we contract them for work right, government will get money for them, spend in development project them, the pressure will definitely.
I go read the parliament. I want the day with the talk say me this contractor, especially revenue raising contract.
Yeah.
So if this contractor not get 0.2%, like kind of parliament, so we not go that money they not go to the executive.
Yeah.
Let parliament get their own treasury. Let them get their own treasury.
Members of parliament they tell you say for even go do.
I think we need for do that more for the judiciary.
For
no, for both. Because they're independent institutions.
Yes. If we get an independent fund for the like public institution, not just for just parliament, even like a public broadcaster like SLBC.
Yeah.
So when person they know say this money na from the people them, not to president determine or the executive. Not determine how they get me money. And even for the judiciary, say me and they pass judgment. I don't care. We'll see who money they get.
You see with paper overcoming underperformance, we'll deal with parliament and the judiciary.
Yes.
That's now biggest advocacy. How we make them and then get their sub treasuries, not to Ministry of Finance go talk say this is our budget ceiling, because at the end of the day, nine they go to them. So if you watch, I take big same points on the judiciary. For judges then welfare, it's being dictated by the executive. So you cannot get.
Yeah, you're compromised.
Yeah, you're compromised. Yeah. So we then see us away. The NPR they talk about is a bigger issue. Not we talk say them totally wrong, but I think say the interest really narrow. The need for broadening and law actually cater for the generality of the interest. What you want for, we need an effective parliament. Waiting they make you for let it become effective, so that for a country they get mines and minerals. It's a mineral resource rich country.
Yeah.
But you go big now, IMF 9. This don't mention IMF at least 20 times.
How for take that? How for raise we?
Because we have a 300 billion missing, over 300 billion.
Yeah.
Even the report we come out where anti-corruption submitted to NRA, they not make them public. Some of who get like when you read the report, you go shake it. They not charge nobody.
I think we lose
administrative action. If we want to generate more money, this is a small country.
Yeah.
We don't generate money.
Something they for legislate and going say revenue raising budgets, revenue raising laws. How do we make that a small percentage to counterpart? You know what's in the trickle down the work? You go talk say that 3%, now everybody they come. Let the state loss. But if you talk say the percentage they come to the states, some they come to parliament, let it go.
The parliament not get their own.
Then they go
the toll report, the passport research on doing all. Una don't get engagement on.
We get engagement with they actually explain to we the steps the way they take.
Okay.
But we not really. We wish we go serve as a witness on one of the committees. Follow share we report.
Okay.
But that did not be. But so we need a more institutionalized engagement, not to just one.
So we're going to another year and another report will come out. But finally, gentlemen, we need to end with this. We're hosting ECOWAS, and we've been told it's a moment of pride. We need to keep away with worries and smile till we stranger them and look happy. We get always problem them. But it's the time that we get stranger. They always say we are good people them to strangers, and we get people them. We get challenges. We definitely could have hosted. I've been telling me party say we really, my country, we get serious challenge, because if we are hosting even countries in the sub-region, now West Africa, then we are worried about it. We are disconcerted about it. It clearly shows that, since independence, we're able to address we fundamental problem them, and we need to pay attention to them. So next generation, 5, 10, 20 years from now, if we say they host OAU safe, we don't have to worry about them. We'll know they bring income to we, and we get the infrastructure for doing. But finally, Andrew, what does this mean for we in hosting the ECOWAS summit, and how could we benefit from it?
No, I think say the same reason where President Bio get, the same reason where Stevens been get. They talk say the position Sierra Leone diplomatically, it make we extend our footprint, and it make it create an opportunity for investment. And but I think say President Bio, the other objective we add to this ECOWAS, and especially the investment, where it talks about investing in Lungi, you actually expand the northern frontier. But I only hope sit down they work, because what we see inside in 1980, we talk about national pride versus investment. We invest 200 million, equivalent to $800 million today, but for national pride, but will not get much. So we only hope say that I hope for say if we invest $124 million, In fact, there are argument for say Sierra Leone. We actually per our own money we spend about 1.5 million. ECOWAS actually spend another 1.5 million for the money way for really dollars way for take care of the delegates them. But there are concerns as we they go, and whilst we they celebrate, we they glad for them, and really to me, I'm very happy that this is happening, and I just wish if civil society be organized and the media be organized, for now actually get a kind of forum, an ECOWAS forum for civil society and the media, because it's not just the leaders that should be talking. We for actually get a position for say, now this not the thing the way they happen in member states, we will not like, and let that be part of the conversation with the gun. But that's for another day. But I think say to me, it's a national pride that this is happening. Low resident conversations that we can get. After this, we'll go do the post.
We'll go continue. Someone 16, you never be smiling.
Yes, you know, say we are nation, we are country, we always smile.
Yes,
we are very complacent. We always smile. When that things happen, we we smile. So we'll continue that posture of smiling. As Andrew say, we feel like saying our pride. We just hope say, waiting government the envision. Say, I see the vice president say it will boost the tourism sector. It will indeed boost the tourism sector. Before you can imagine the number of jobs where tourism will create. I just hope say if government they say it they extend the city, it will indeed extend the city. It not just go be say we get one hotel yonder where not just and foreigner they can travel and then go back. No, we think say we go get proper actual development for the people. So me, I just that the money where they spend, it will continue for big discussion even when the conference people then go discuss them because it's a serious accountability issue. They go always ask for the cost. And I think we also as journalists after maybe 3 months, 6 months after the conference, we need to go to Lunge and look try for see the impact, the immediate impact. And I also believe say go boost the local economy of Lunge. People in Lunge within this short time we will get job, we will get some hotel job and income. So I think say go boost the income. And
thank you so much. And in Freetown now, making confirm because I have a friend who is involved in the planning. They work with foreign affairs. I know hotels them way a lot of them when not been they get customers themselves they are booked because you get up to 600 people and people and they way Freetown right now. Where they go on with the meetings them where they happen. So you know the point is how do we benefit from this and country then they some of the income they wouldn't get now hosting conferences. Sometimes inside the year then they host them 5 big conferences where they give them income and Lunge we all they go fair land maybe me at the tell me party say if Lunge get affordable housing and get 2 very good ferry there, you won't mind staying there and cross Camp.
But if you add like we add political reconciliation at the level of Ernest Koroma and BO, I think say that a big icing on the cake. I don't think so for throw that away. I think say it's a big addition because nobody not going to invest in a country where
I agree with you.
So I think say that it's fine.
We should and we elite them, we politician them for understand say they self not go able to run a country where peace not there. Whether you there in opposition, you want get power. If you don't allow the government within a power for able to do development programs and support them, you go take over a country. Me and you don't talk about this, right? Say the argument where APC go say we make more roads, SLPP go say we make more roads. For me, they tell you say someone is doing something. And then conversation and they will forget. You know that is progress. Claude, finally. Should we pay attention to the court? Anything will happen? You get any final word for people?
Me final word no more and say because we're all concerned about the genuineness or genuinity of the discharge from the state, and we hope that this will be a clear sign for cohesion and peace for we country. And I must state this, we not go get a backlash of this, as Dixon believes say there is not going to be any come after former president. We're not going to have a backlash as we see for the tripartite agreement. Remember, these were the 2 parties, the sat in the corner, they agree. Then when it comes to implementation, we begin get issues. So we hope that is not seen in this case.
We hope. And we get right for the concern, because we politicians them can always meet, but out of the meetings them, they can come and disagree publicly. So
Exactly.
the public gets every right for the concern, for question and trust. And like I always say, we the media, civil society are not enemies of the state. We are partners. And with the support government, we try for support them and hold them accountable. We try for hold them accountable and ask questions. Because one thing they will all share in common at this place, we all want this country for be a better place. We all want this country for develop. We all want we there, we will go to corners, get treated. No member say you sick just now, you don't get the money for later, even fly you out of the country. So we all want quality education for picking them, good transport system and all that. So we all get a role for play. Thanks to my guests this morning. And now then the program is small bell. Now this to don't go to me big bell. I don't know side don't go. Yeah, but thanks on behalf of Nafisa to me co-host now then the program this morning. Thanks Andrew, thanks Bami, and thanks to my brother and colleague Thomas Dixon. The minister will be joining me this morning. We've been get Melvin, but Melvin is somewhere else inside the Holland day. But it has been a very good conversation. Thanks to all our viewers and listeners. A lot of comments. We get almost 1K people watching us this morning, and a lot of comments on the Facebook page. Thanks to my colleagues, Sam, the technical and production team. Tete will meet back tomorrow. Have a lovely day. Smile. Be nice to strangers. We're hosting the ECOWAS summit. We get all with problem, but we're not very good people. Have a lovely day and continue for stay with Good Media. If you go out, don't forget it's raining. Get your coat or umbrella and be safe out there. Thank you.
Respect to all massive and cool. It's been a long time you've been away from home. That's why me come back. When me sing things like one, me bring you these conscious reggae vibes. Jah be my guide, Rastafari. Papa, you been tell we say, make we trust the process. But man, it is called the progress of the process. We are in suit and tie, and dirty character. Thief man, they all are thief now. This is the batter. I, Rasta man, me know Eric Kokembu, me represent blue, white and blue. That's what me have to do. You meet the water dirty, you know it make me settle, and then you jump beside. You don't dirty and more. Thief man, they all are thief now. This is the batter. Salon they go behind. Who that now we go believe? It's the wrong side life. We dey live so. They all are thief. Who that now we go believe? It's the wrong side life. We dey live so. Sorry, sana, self, sana, so. It's the wrong side life. We dey live so. Say a rata, who that get his character? The cap side life. We dey live so. Salon they well, don't just step and so. Things are go bad, who not the pan story. Fake promises and feel like
This is Truth Radio, 103.9 FM.